following podcast contains mature subject matter and coarse language. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Agents of Change as we move on to Mission 2, Down to the Littlewood Estate. I'm your Dungeon Master, Ian Taylor. Joining me today is the wonderful Matthew Portelli as Caleb Vorson, the Human Barbarian. We've got Heather Chowders returning as Elandria the Bold, the Fire Genasi Sorceress. Michael Mason as Marius the Caniff, Human Artificer and Rogue. Jomo Baker as Marshani Ovion, the Twilight Domain Human Cleric. And Red as Kenobi Bud, the appropriately titled Emerald Dragonborn Bard. And we have a new player joining us, but they won't be joined in until later. But we could get a little bit going until then, if you guys are prepared.
Why do we have Heather twice? She's in Paladin and Elandra.
Oh, that's gonna be so. Warn you ahead of time, chat. The images are bound to change around. I'm gonna have to fix them up as our new player joins in. But rest assured, we'll get it worked out as soon as I can.
I like how we just have like a new player just have like this mystique around her, just like she's just gonna pop in at any point.
Around them.
I like it. It adds a little bit to the mystery.
Exactly.
Yes.
It makes it more fun.
Right, just adds to it. Just adds with anticipation.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, can't wait.
Purposes. Ignore that Facebook page, guys. You didn't see that. Don't worry about it. Shh, it's fine. Alright, so let's start with a previously on segment. Previously on Agents of Change. Caleb the Human Barbarian, Elandra the Fire Genasi Sorceress, Kenobi Bud the Dragonborn Bard, Marius the Human Artificer / Rogue. Oh, the images changed around again, but I'll tell you what, I'll set them straight once our new player comes in. So they may be a little bit finicky until then. Just for future reference, try not to close off your face cams, unless you have to. No worries. All of the agents were split off into two groups to find Marius's... Oh! Let's turn down that music a bit. Sorry for that. We're all split off into two groups to fulfill their mission. On one side, the House Caniff party had to end early, as Elandra and Marius were able to leave without being questioned by anyone, as they decided to head to a co-worker's home and wait for this all to blow over. Meanwhile, Caleb, Kenobi, and Marjani all managed to get Clayton Lawson into the Dark Lanterns building in one piece, where he successfully was taken into custody as the Free were properly rewarded for their efforts before heading to bed for a well-deserved rest. In the midst of their sleep, Caleb encountered a rather strange dream where he saw his father in the middle of a forest, just before he died before Caleb's very own eyes, as the water turned red before Caleb and the rest of the party woke up to Cassandra ordering the Free of them to see the director immediately. And the meeting, well, could have went better, as the director revealed that there are wanted posters all over the city with their faces on it. And to make matters worse, the wanted poster for Caleb has his name on it, as he remembered that his first boss in the city was at the party, and would have known his name as he was being questioned by the guards. The director ordered them off with a fury, ordering them to find new identities as they take on the new mission, warning them about what could happen if they screw up this mission too. The Free went down to the twins on the 3rd floor once again, and were offered an important selection of missions to take on. Marjani and Caleb agreed to accept a mission where they're requested to go to an abandoned mansion known as the Littlewood Estate, and clear out any vagrants or criminals that may or may not have breached the building. While Marius also uncovers that the other 3 members are wanted thanks to Elandra's morning stroll through town, and the two of them agreed to meet at the House Caniff factory as Marius crafts some new armor with his very special friend Cog. And now, let us see what happens. I'm just gonna change something real quick before we get started.
I want to apologize to everybody ahead of time. I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat, so I've been coughing. I'll try to keep myself muted.
Me
but
too.
If it isn't, I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't need
Not
to be
COVID. It's not COVID.
It can't really spread to
Not
us,
COVID.
so no biggie.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit difficult. Might get a computer virus. I'm sorry. I had to. That's my one. I swear.
We've been making dad jokes.
Get
the
you
We've
entire
been
night.
had.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Get ya one.
So since our new party member is a little behind, no worries there. I am just where is it? Gonna go to Marius and Lantra first. Where is this stupid thing? You get so many pages on here that you just kind of lose track.
All right.
Is our new player nauseous burrito?
That is an awesome gamer tag.
No, why would you say that?
No reason.
Has nothing to do with that. Alright, where is the... here we go. Apologies about that. That should do the trick. Marius,
Yes, ma'am.
let's go ahead to you. Did you call me ma'am? Gonna need you to quit the sass. Marius, as you step out of the fiery forge and get blasted by a dragon, with Cog drenched in sweat and grease after successfully crafting your first armor back in the House Caniff building, you notice that one of the workers, Elantra, you're not quite there yet. We're gonna say Elantra and Marius both agreed to meet later, so Elantra, you're kind of just arriving on the scene as all of this is happening, like outside of the building. Marius, you notice one of the workers walking up to your father and saying, more specifically, your good friend Alex, kind of saying, sir, someone's here for you, said they caught the kidnappers. Oh, what? Already? Well, alright, where would they be? Where are you holding them up? And they are taken outside.
I'm going to follow.
Alright. You head outside with Cog as he bumps into the door a couple times before finally figuring out how a door works and marches outside. As you see a carriage rolling up with a very familiar Landra. You recognize these halflings. You managed to see these halflings before who were asking about eagles. So we got a red-headed halfling, a smaller, more dwarvish halfling with gray hair, and a lovely halfling woman with short, kind of like a mom haircut and a red dress, all showing up on a carriage. And your father kind of looks over and yells out, "Oh, what is the meaning of this? Did you have to show up when all of my men were working? Hey, shut it down, alright? Just stop production." And all of the workers just pulled the appropriate switches and stopped the production lines going through as everything awkwardly comes to a halt. As Clayton just hops out of the carriage and says, "Now I know what you're thinking, but this is gonna be worth it, trust me." As he hops out of the carriage, flips open the latch, and as he does so, the three unconscious bodies of Caleb, Kanopi, and Marjani all fall out.
Did you say Clayton? So Clayton's there too?
Sorry, Caleb. My apologies, Caleb.
No, at first you said Clayton jumped out.
I know.
And said,
Sorry, not Clayton. They all have
you just
similar
messed that
names. I'm terrible
Yeah.
at remembering names.
That's okay.
Sorry, Deckard. Deckard is his name. As he says, "Well, bagged up and everything, just like you asked. Oh, how'd you manage to get them all on your own?" Well, it wasn't easy, so I think we deserve a bit of a raise. As the man right next to her just kind of bumps her shoulder and says, it was pretty tough, but we managed to get him in a corner and just, like poison him and shit. Yeah. Just pull him around in the back alley and off we went. Father just kind of...
Back
I
to the people.
doubt that very much.
Make me a insight check,
Yes.
Marius.
Insight or investigation?
Let's say insight. In this scenario.
So I'm still here too, right?
You are kind of arriving on the scene off... You're
Ooh,
kind of
9.
watching this happen as you arrive on
Yeah.
the scene, and you notice... In fact, Marius, you're a bit too distracted by Elantra's luxurious presence that you don't really... aren't really paying attention to the whole scenario going on with, your father. As he says, "Alright, put him back alive. That's 500 gold pieces each." And Caleb begins to open up his mouth and say, 500 gold pieces? That's a lot of bullshit! Hey, shut up! We're not doing. Hey, I'm sorry. What was that? No, all right. I can't pull this shit anymore. And suddenly, you see that the bodies have now of Caleb, Kenobi, and Marjani begin to morph into free changeling women, all similarly dressed, similar haircuts, and kind of like long white hair, milky white skin, and they look so like unimpressed.
Hey!
They just look over and glare at.
These guys are big fat phonies.
Well, that is a phony. And it's like, look, you promised us like 10% of 20 gold pieces. You didn't tell us you were offering 500 gold pieces. Yeah, that's bullshit. All right, I'm going home. Screw this. It's like this nice place to eat down the street. Oh yeah. Wait, come back here. Yeah, come back here. Let's talk about the fact that you lied. And the halflings just look at each other like, pleasure doing business with you, and just run off. And
Did they already get the 500 gold each or not?
No, they didn't. And Alex
Okay.
kind of says, yeah, should we even go after them? No, it's not worth it. I'm probably gonna get a lot of customers like that. I'm starting to wonder if I even should have put those damn posters in the first place. Well, you gotta find them one way or another.
So
Hey, Alondra
this is
shows
the
up.
first. This is the first time that Alondra will have seen me in my new armor. My
Yes.
father will have seen me in my new armor.
Mhm.
So just to basically describe it, the armor itself. Now, Marius is already a fairly tall fella at 6'2", so this armor is a half-plate armor, but it seems to encompass his entire body, although he's got his head open right now. It's a very silvery color with gold trim all the way around it, and the house Canis symbol right on the center of the chest. Strapped at his side, of course, he's got his rapier, and he's got his shield on as well. It's very nice looking armor.
Lantra, you kind of arrive as all of this commotion is going down, and you see Marius in this new armor, and the father and Alex, the woman who kind of gave you the house the night beforehand, kind of talking amongst each other about what just happened. What do you do?
My audio went out.
How much did you miss?
Right after he described the armor.
Right. Okay, so something happened with my images for some reason. They completely blacked out. Not really sure what happened there, so I am sorry to say this is going to take a minute to fix as our new player comes in.
Wait, what?
Yeah, our new
Oh,
player has
Tyler has
arrived.
appeared.
Hi,
Wow.
Tyler. How's it going? Sorry, I gotta fix some technical
I think
issues. I have no
I think
idea.
he's still connecting.
Yeah,
he's connecting at the
He's
moment.
got in
so-
there.
Oh,
Why is this
So,
Connecting to
I
audio.
guess
Mr. Tyler, hello.
Hello,
don't think-
Tyler. How's it going?
give me a second. I think he's had trouble connecting. Yeah, I don't think he's I don't think he's correctly connected yet. So probably try again.
Alright. Okay.
Make
I'm
sure it's
gonna-
going to your headset, not to your actual computer audio.
I'm gonna
No,
need...
it is connected to my headset. I don't know what's going on with it.
What is happening? Why is this
The
happening?
Zoom audio is just so bad today. I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh man.
Yes.
Okay, let's fix that up. Okay, alright. I'm gonna need like 5 minutes to get all the icons set up, so apologies for that. Whilst we give Tyler a moment to connect. We're still working out a lot of kinks, guys. Apologies in advance for this.
Very
In the
kinky.
meantime, actually, you guys leveled up to level 4. So while we're fixing
Hey.
this up, why don't we talk about what you guys did for level 4? What new bonuses you guys got? What new abilities? We'll start with Caleb.
That's a
Right,
good
so
question.
Caleb has started to embrace magic a little bit more as a character, and he's becoming a little bit more comfortable with it. And
Hell
so
yeah.
instead of taking ability score improvement, he took feats and Path of the Druid. And so now I've been able to cast a certain number of spells, which include Thorn Whip, Primal Savagery, and Earth Tremor.
Nice.
Elandra, what'd you get at level 4?
Well, Elandra has now, since that last debacle, has gained prestidigitation, learning from the butlers in the place. We
Nice.
learned how to cast Magic Missile and Scorching Ray.
Hell yeah. Kenobi, what'd you get at level 4?
For level 4, I wound up taking a racial feat, so now I have the equivalent of unarmored defense as well as a set of retractable claws,
Alrighty.
and then additional magic.
Mr. Decaniff, what have you acquired?
Well, Marius hasn't gotten to the point yet of having a feat because I'm multi-class, but he did get to become an artificer armorer. So he's basically like Iron Man now in a way, because his armor encompasses his entire body.
Hell
And he's
yeah,
got
yes.
a gem in the center of his chest. That gem can fire lightning bolts.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, I saw the thing for that. It's, I forgot what you called it, because I'm still fairly new to artificers.
It's a lightning launcher.
Lightning launcher, that's it. I was gonna say the zapper, because I've been playing Ratchet and Clank lately. Marjani, what have you been getting?
Okay.
Level 4.
All right. So Marjani has taken up. She has basically been feeling that she hasn't been paying attention a lot. So in order to do that, she took up I took up the observant feat to get her more perception. To get
Nice.
All right. And at level 4, she also gains 2 new spells, Moonbeam, and she also took up, see invisibility as well. So now, while I can also see in the dark, I can also see through, hidden creatures as well.
Fantastic. Awesome. Alright, so hopefully St. William will come in soon. Alright, all the screens have messed up again. How?
I kept my camera off for that reason because sometimes Zoom just messes up for me and I don't want it to ruin the live stream.
Okay, alright, we're good. We're good, we're cool, we're going. Alright, so, to catch you up, Alandra, basically walked into this whole scenario of the halflings trying to lie to Marius's father. Marius is kind of going over what just happened with Alex, the woman who was kind enough to let you stay at the place Marius took you to last night after the party. And Marius kind of walks out the door with this brand new armor as Cog looks just as confused and innocent as usual. What do you do?
I love your new armor, Marius.
Well, thank you. I just made it.
Fabulous. Thank you, Alex, for being so generous and allowing me to stay the night here. It's a long journey back to Karth.
Oh, it's the least I could do. Don't sweat it.
Now, my question to you is will I be taking Marius back to Karth with me? Or is there something else you had in mind?
Wait, with all due respect, this wasn't exactly something we discussed. Take him all the way back to Karth so soon?
Well, I mean, it didn't have to be immediately, but I do have to leave eventually.
Well,
and
I
would like
figured
him to
we could
accompany me.
just have the wedding here. Why wait? Are you sure that's a good idea, sir? Trust me, anything to keep my son around here a little longer.
Okay, we can do that.
So, Cog kind of leans over to you, Marius, and says,
when are you going to tell this one you aren't going to marry this woman? Whatever that means, or entails, or represents.
Shush. Who says I'm not going to marry this woman?
Right, sorry, of course. This one is more than happy to get married.
and he just slaps you on the back as hard as he can, nearly breaking it.
Oh, Cog. we love you so
Oh,
much.
yes, we do.
Good thing I got some
He is
new armor to
the
take that absorption.
Best boy.
Please let nothing happen
well,
to this sweetest boy.
Perhaps you should Alex and I are going to fix up a bit of a surprise when you get back. Would you mind just, showing this young lady around town, Marius, and maybe buy a few things for the wedding while we get set up over here? I'm not really much of a. This isn't really my style, sir. Just go along with it, please. You kids have fun! And she lets out a very sarcastic smile.
Can I charge things to the account here, Dad?
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Hey.
Come on, big money, no whammy.
What is happening?
Yikes.
Sorry.
Oh,
Hang
wow,
on
no.
a second. Sorry, this is being dumb again. There we go. So what happens is, if I don't exit Zoom a certain way, it'll just black out the stuff. But that's worked out. It's all good. And Father says, a little bit short notice for that, son. I'd prefer it if I wasn't robbed blind for your wedding, as much as I appreciate your sudden engagement.
All right.
No then,
Why don't we go back to Koth and get...
Why
Oh.
does that happen? Oh my god, I'm going to... Oh, don't worry about it, guys. Just keep going. That's all good. Okay, there we go. We're fine.
Why don't we get back to Koth and get some money from my parents?
I'd be okay with that.
Carf is an awful long ways away. Won't see you for a couple of weeks. Make me a persuasion check. Launcher, with advantage, since you're getting help.
Sorry.
No, that's alright. Launcher, did you get all that?
Why is... Oh, that's why. Yeah, I got it. I
Alright.
forgot my character sheet.
Yeah, no worries.
It's minimized on the screen. Okay. Persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion.
Big money.
Persuasion.
No
money.
whammies.
Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies.
Big
He
money.
says,
Big money.
well, as long as you stay safe out there, I don't see why not. Oh, come on, sir. It'll be great. Go back and get all those fancy materials, and maybe bring us back a lot of money, too. Fair point. Fair point. Alright, just stay safe out there, alright? You haven't exactly been out of the city in a while. And I trust you'll take good care of him as well. He kind of smiles and, pats you on the shoulder, Alondra.
Of course.
Absolutely, Dad.
Now then, I best be getting back to work. Alright, everyone! Quit lollygagging about, get your asses back in the fire.
See you
And
see you in
they
a few weeks.
immediately start, functioning, everything, pulling the switches, and people are kind of waving goodbye as Alex says, alright, well, you come right back, okay? You hear?
Absolutely.
Alright, see you later. As you
Bye.
all begin to walk off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the chat.
Hey!
Tyler!
It's your boy!
Hello.
It's your boy. How's it going? Tyler, why don't you take this opportunity to introduce yourself to our lovely audience?
Myself? Like myself? Or my
Yeah,
character?
your actual
Okay.
self.
My actual self.
Your actual
Um,
self.
Who are you? This is the first time
Who is
I am
this
meeting
man?
you.
Yes.
Who the hell are you, and what are you doing in this game?
What?
Alright,
Yeah.
I agree.
I am Tyler. I have been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a few years now, usually DM, but I really wanted to play this character idea.
Awesome.
Well, I am a baker by trade, and I have 2
Ooh.
dogs, so you might hear them in the background. I apologize, but
That's okay.
It'll be worth it. They'll be famous.
I'll try and mute myself if that happens.
Yeah, not to worry, not to worry. Thank you for
Ooh,
letting us know
Baker.
ahead of time. And
You and I
we'll
are going to
int-
become good friends, sir.
I'm just gonna rearrange the Twitch stream a little bit, and then we will introduce your character soon enough. As we
Alright.
will, once I'm set up here, we will be cutting back to Caleb and the Funky Bunch as they take on their new mission.
If he's a baker and you said you're going to be close friends, does that make you the butcher or the candlestick maker?
I'm sorry, I
Character-wise,
apologize in advance for
Butcher,
shitty dad
real
jokes.
version, probably again Butcher. But I'm Maltese, so bread is in my blood, quite literally and figuratively.
Yes, I'm what they call a doughboy myself, so I
And
understand.
I'm literally a baker, because that is my name.
Hey,
Is
No,
that
your name's
is that like
Jojo.
a doughboy as in
Baker.
poke me and die?
We're all bakers in some way.
All right.
My name's
So-
I work in insurance.
Meanwhile, back at the Dark Lantern space. Let me just pull up the right notes here. Right. Meanwhile, back at the agency headquarters, after accepting the new mission, the two of you also receive what you should now find in the handout folders. One
Mission
second.
file 2.
Nope, you'll find another file that represents. Almost ready? You'll find another file that represents the map to the Littlewood
Ooh.
estate, as
Ooh.
along with a key and a list of free recommendations made by House Galanda. And the free recommendations are: do not touch anything unless you absolutely need it. I'll also type this out as well, so that's why it's gonna take a while.
Okay.
It's just so you
Don't
guys
touch
remember
anything.
it. Number 2, do not cause any property damage.
Damn it.
Don't break anything. Got
Any
ya.
property damage you cause will be taken out of your pay.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
And 3, report any strange findings to House Galanda as well as the Dark Lanterns.
Gotcha. So
And
Okay.
Nancy also mentions that you will be, each and every one of you will be paid 25 gold pieces for this mission.
sounds fair.
As Arthur says, oh, and and director wanted me to tell you that she pulled another agent off of the field to help you all out because, given the circumstances. And he should be here any second. Since you don't have a token yet, I'll just give you, like a premium asset for now, Tyler. Just something to work off of. Right. And you see barging in through the door just as soon as Arthur mentions his name. Tyler, why don't you briefly describe what your character looks like? It doesn't necessarily look like this character. That's just your token for now.
Okay. You see a fairly bulky man walk in with heavy armor, heavy chainmail, and it's fairly old armor. It's covering every inch of skin. You can't see any man behind the mask, but he's just very clanky, and he's just bursting in, I guess.
All right, guys. Meet Agent Shield. Well, just on time. Oh, as he'd like to be called. What's your character's name?
My character's name is Saint William James Buffer.
Right, of course. What he said.
Williams James.
So, we'll trust you two to catch him up on the mission then. Oh, wait, before I forget, the quartermaster wanted to see you about the special delivery. Yeah, about that. Are we gonna talk about the fact that we stole a glove of teleportation from the party? So they're gonna be looking for it, and House Caniff won't be too happy when they find it in our little hideout, now will they? What are we supposed to do with it then? Just give it back? Yes, actually, and as soon as possible before we even get into even more trouble. There's no helping you sometimes, Alpha. Well, when they arrest us for stealing the property, they won't be helping us then either. But I suppose that's up to our agents.
Caleb looks over at this newcomer in all this big, shiny, fancy armor and goes, "Ah, well, at least we don't have to announce our presence now."
Caleb, why don't you describe what your character looks like to
He
Saint
is
William
a-
James Burfer?
He's a burly, rugged oaf of a man with a big, burly, bushy beard and a long mane of fuzzy, unkept, wild-like hair. And being quite muscular, being a barbarian, he still has a bit more of a muscular, like, fur around him. He's part of the Path of the Totem Warrior Barbarian, being that of the bear, as well as his cloak is actually that of a bear skin with the claws over the shoulder like that as his reliquary / totem item. He carries a great axe, which is currently in a locker, and he is very displeased about that. Likes ale, food, and likes to chop things.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot to mention that at the front gates, a man named Asimov will ask to take your weapons before you head into the building, but it's common Dark Lantern's procedure. Marshani, describe what your character looks like.
Okay, so Marshani basically is dark-skinned. She has basically large, frizzy black hair. If you look into her eyes, you see that when she steps into the shadow, they kind of give off a purplish, I guess, glint, I should say. She has like not really, she has like studded armor, right? Nothing too, thick, something enough to like have her move around a bit. Let's see. She enjoys cooking, for some example. She does enjoy taking care of others, but she has a bit of a mean streak to her at a certain point, kind of like a mom, I should say.
Big mom energy. And
Yes,
as
big mom.
Kenobi comes waddling in through the door, Red, why don't you describe what Kenobi looks like?
Kenobi is a very androgynous, very self-centered dragonborn that leans on to the more thin side.
Nice. As you all kind of head in and group up, Arthur just says, "Well, we'll leave you to the depressing moral quandaries then." As he kind of drags Nancy away, as she kind of yells out, "Oh, good luck, by the way!" And they go over and pretend to do some paperwork, as all the other gnomes and halflings in the area are kind of dealing with tons of paperwork, constantly writing things down at rapid speed, like kind of almost bumping into each other by carrying like stacks of paperwork and sorting it through to the best of their abilities and filing it off as quickly as they can. What are the four of you doing?
Well, we basically saw this guy just kind of clanking, so Marshani is going to look at him and just be like, huh. And she's going to look at Caleb and just be like, you don't really have do you have bloodlust as well? Because I think we already have one of those as it is. Could you... No offense, big buddy. But she's going to look back and just like, who are you? And where did you come from?
I'm Saint James Buffer, and oh boy, I wasn't prepared for that question.
Before you do, can
Speak
I
up, strange man. You
Before
come
he-
covered in all this shiny armor here.
Yeah.
Show me your strength. I wear no armor.
Please don't! Not in here!
Can I, just because it's funny, can I roll an intelligence check just to see how well I remember this name?
Please do! More specifically, make me a history check.
Or
So
his,
is it
okay.
St. William or is it St. James?
It's Saint William James Buffer.
Okay, so St. William James.
James
So we say St.
Buffer.
Will or St.
It's
James.
it's a mouthful. That's why I'm rolling history.
St. William James Buffer.
Oh
St.
my
William James
god.
Buffer. Oh.
Oh, what we got here?
Whammies.
Oh,
Okay, so let's see.
boy.
Okay, so it's gonna be Saint James William Buffer. Saint
So,
William Ray
Kwashi,
Buffer.
so, Marjani, you think over the name and you're just like, of course, it's Saint Bummington the Bummer. And Kenobi, you're just like, it's Saint Will, Saint Bill, Saint something. Who cares? Such a long name to remember. You, Kenobi, just more so kind of just call him Agent Shield, so you don't have to remember his full name.
Oh, I should clarify. Yeah, I
Sorry,
have
but-
a
Great
large
shield.
shield.
Great
The
show.
Yeah.
fact you
or
said
I have
that.
2 shields. One is a normal shield. One is a spiky shield.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like a small punchy punching shield, like a buckler kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay, that's dope.
And your other shield, I'm saying kite shield, great shield, tower shield. Because I'm a dork.
Just oh, what did we decide?
We decided like a steel shield and like a steel spiked shield to go with it, and that's the one you
Yes,
use
yep.
for attacking.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's like a
Okay.
standard heater shield, kind of just like your standard size shield.
Yes.
I do
Okay.
love that you say I'm going to call him Agent Shield, though, because earlier when you were making the joke about show me some respect, you know, because someone said yes, ma'am. I was half tempted in that moment to go yes, Director Fury.
Well, we said we kind of are the Avengers of this thing. I mean, Marius is Iron Man because he's going with the Artificer thing.
I
We
feel
were
like
saying
I
that-
fall on. I feel like I fall under Loki more than the Avengers.
You would definitely be more Loki, but I could say you
Yes.
can also be Mantis with your healing powers and also your magic
Yeah.
powers. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I can see Mantis. Very much.
Wait,
I mean-
no,
You're-
I'm
you're
Doctor
different.
Strange.
You're also Doctor Strange.
No, you're the
We were
more lame
definitely
one.
saying that Marjani would be
The narcissism helps with the fact I'm Doctor Strange.
Scarlet Witch.
Fair
Be
point.
Scarlet Witch.
I mean that was only
That
the
is
first
true.
part of his arc.
and I am the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no denying
You're
that.
only in the first part of my arc, so
First part of everybody's arc. This is still technically part one.
Smash.
All right.
Well, as a matter of fact, no, I'm gonna save it until I can use it. I'm gonna save it. I can use it. I'm gonna come back to, but remember, Hulk smash when we get into combat scenario.
Precisely. I will make sure to remind you of that.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
At this point, Caleb is kind of just waiting around for the mission to begin or to get something to eat.
What's the rest of the party doing?
Basically just kind of conversating with this new guy, trying to get him know him a bit better, you know. Mainly because he just kind of stepped in, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell his name is. That's basically it. I'm just basically just going over.
You're just like going over that as you all decide to head off to grab something to eat. Is that the common consensus?
yeah,
It's
let's
early
go
in the
get
morning,
some
so
shawarma.
let's go get some breakfast.
Let's have some shawarma.
Shawarma.
Wait, they serve shawarma here? No, of course not, you idiot. He was just making a statement. Oh, come on, don't get my hopes up like that. As you all head upstairs, and you start heading towards the kitchen. I don't have the tokens for these right now due to budget cuts. Not more so, just didn't have the time for it. Okay, let's see here. I actually, you know what? I'm just gonna say. Oh, I got something I could use for this. Or at least, sorry, just let me talk to myself for a second here. We're just gonna say that token represents St. William's for now. As you all kind of head forward and head to the kitchen, and you see that there's a few benches filled up with workers kind of talking amongst themselves and eating assorted meats and chickens and for the most part like kind of smelly looking soups, kind of like a very strong onion and cheese smell kind of wafts along you as you head towards the kitchen. And you see the two Dragonborn chefs just kind of arguing at each other in Draconic. Kenobi, you understand what they're saying. It's like, hey, you fucking moron, just make sure to put less onions in the soup next time. You put in too much cheese. Right. Why don't you just handle the soup next time then? Then we'll see what kind of complaints we get next. Hey, this tastes like boiled dishwater. Don't worry, we're trying to fix that up. It's all your fault, you fucking idiot. And they're both angrily just trying to handle different stoves, chop up different vegetables, different meats as you kind of approach what appears to be a front desk, and you see a dainty, dusty little bell at the front of the table.
Yes.
Along with something you haven't seen before, you see a board, kind of almost like a chalkboard, kind of strung out across the side of the wall to the kitchen entrance, and it's a menu with all sorts of items, including roasted chicken, steak and eggs, French onion soup, which is the soup of the day, and, of course, shawarma. Chicken, all kinds of shawarma, all kinds of toppings. It's shawarma day.
Yay, Shawarma Day!
Shawarma Day. I guess it's only appropriate. Gotta ring the bell and go say, excuse me.
Ding, ding, ding! Ah, God. Yeah. Yes, what? Oh! Zulot. Oh, you're not with that House Kenneth prick, at least, but, so I suppose congratulations are in order. I'll give you a discount, as long as you don't tell Marius about it. Well then,
Hello,
what can I get you
friendly
for? He
food
just,
people.
like, he just kind of whips out a journal out of his sweaty armpit, and it gets like a quill out of his ear. It gets ready to write down your order. It's like, alright, what can I do you for? Let me guess, Kanopi, shawarma as usual. I'll take
Alright,
that
so-
as a yes.
But I definitely don't want the soup.
Well, don't worry, me neither. Fuck you! It just like yells off at this. It's in Draconic, so only Kanopi understands that. It's like, oh, never work with family, Marjani. Never work with family. Alright, shawarma. What about you, sweetheart? And looks to you, Marjani.
He's gonna look at you and just be like, all right. I guess I'll take some chicken. I'll take a chicken shawarma if that's fine.
Alright, 2 orders of shawarma. What about you, big guy? Let me
2
get.
orders of beef shawarma.
Oh, I was gonna say a tiny salad, but, 4 orders of shawarma.
Fuck you too.
Are you He just kind of, like, gives you the bird very, like, nonchalantly as he's
I
filling
give
out his
him 2
paperwork.
birds.
He gives you 2 birds, his brother gives a bird as well. Like, he's just like, get back the cooking and onions! Fucking idiots. Well, just for that, you lost your discount, Caleb. Right, William, what about you?
I'm telling Marius you were a dick.
And he just looks, he gives a face that could not be any more of, I could not give less of a shit. Just clenched eyebrows, sighing, shaking his head. Well, something for you, William, or just the soup as usual?
Well, as it all smells so good, I will pass.
Suit yourself. 4 orders of shawarma! 4 orders of shawarma! Coming up! Why didn't he ask for the soup? I didn't force him to ask for soup. You told him not to eat it, didn't you? Nobody wants to eat fucking dishwater! As they just continue cooking along, and eventually, after 50 minutes or so, he places 4 plates full of chicken shawarma with a side of kind of salad tossed in a ranch dressing, and it smells really, really good, especially after such a long night of, such a long night of arduous mission tasking. And he rings the bell and he's like, "Order up!" Not yet, Mike. You will arrive there shortly.
We're over here talking about shawarma. It's like, Mike, let
All
me
right.
kill
And
something.
You take your plates of shawarma and you dig into it, and it tastes absolutely delicious. It's like the perfect mixture of spices. A little bit too much cayenne pepper, but it's not a big deal. Caleb, you don't even know what that is, so you just scarf it down. Oh, much faster than everybody else. As you see, kind of Kanopi, digging in, and Marjani daintily digging in with a knife and a fork. William is just kind of sitting there nonchalantly.
I sit there as still as I possibly can.
You sit there almost motionless, like you're a walking statue, as everyone else is just scarfing down. Is there anything else you guys would like to say or do while you're enjoying your dinner?
Pretty sure I'm gonna go back to the guy right there, and I'm basically gonna ask, could I actually have some of that soup?
Shut up! Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. He writes it down and just tosses the paper into his soup bowl, his soup can. They argue more and draconic. And he hands you over a bowl of French onion soup, which has barely any onions in it, has way too much cheese that's barely melted, and the garlic bread on top isn't even toasted. But, you know, it's soup. Tastes a little bit bland, but you've had much worse on your journeys.
Just like, I'm basically just gonna be like, it's okay. You did well. It's not horrible, but you did an alright job.
Oh, you did it! That's it! I'm taking soup off the menu. No, don't take it that way. Thank you. Hey, come on! He tries to, like, motivate him back into cooking the soup while also yelling at him.
But I liked it.
That's not what you said first!
But I did say I liked it.
You hesitated! Alright. At this point, at the Dark Lantern's entrance, Marius and Landra, you both arrive, but you see something rather interesting as you both enter the building. In your new disguise, sorry about that, let me fix you up with that new look there, Landra. So this is what Landra now looks like.
Whoa!
Basically, just a long leather coat, smoking a cigarette with some goggles right next to like a fiery red-hot body. And Marius, what does your new form look like? Your new disguise, quote-unquote, or alternate look.
Right. So, using his ability, because he had actually enchanted the armor with the Glamour Weave, so with the action, basically his armor transforms and it now is a sleek, black, aerodynamic looking armor. It still looks like half plate, but it encompasses the entire body, and it's got trimmings of red all the way around on it as well.
Nice.
Damn.
Alright, so as you guys walk down, you see at the front desk, along with Asimov, where... Not sure why those two we did, but that's beside the point.
Fancy-looking motherfuckers.
You encounter a strange new face. Not new for you, Elandra. Speaking with Asimov at the front desk, Marius, you see a yellow-skinned dragonborn with dark sunken eyes with a fancy red button-up suit and black baggy pants, along with 4 very heavily armored guards wearing bright red armor, carrying a halberd in one hand and a set of cufflinks in the other. And Elandra, you immediately recognize him as Sir Riker Tywin, the man you bumped into earlier who basically wants to extort you for money for mysterious purposes. You overhear him say, Marius, as you walk in, perhaps I didn't make myself clear. My guards would typically prefer to be armed when dealing with a criminal. That's nice. Points at the desk. Put weapons on disk. Your director won't be too happy that you wasted the High Council's time. Perhaps we should have a word with her. If I were you, I wouldn't.
Elantra's gonna whisper to Marius, I owe that guy a fuck ton of money. We gotta go now. We gotta leave. Like, no joke.
We should be fine.
No, it's not fine.
Why do people worry about the value of money and currency so much? Such a confusing concept to me.
He's a gold dragon. He cares about his money.
Cog walks ahead.
Shit.
Marius just stay behind me then. Gives her a wink.
Oh,
Marius,
yeah, that'll be thrilled about marrying a man. That'll be great.
Marius, you walk ahead. Elandra, you're in a new form.
Yeah, you look different, don't you?
Yeah, you look different.
I do look different.
Yeah. So Marius, as you kind of step up his head, he's like, "Oh, thank goodness, one of the agents. Perhaps you could tell this idiot here that the guards need the weapons when taking in the prisoner. Dark Lantern
Well-
policy to bring weapons to desk. I do not decide.
Marius will walk up to the desk and go, well, I mean, if they're that incompetent that they need weapons, and I just take out my rapier and set it onto the table. Give a nod.
Ooh.
Everyone's gonna face palm and go, oh my god.
Make me a persuasion check. Please
Oh,
that'd be
succeed.
intimidation. I think that would be an intimidation.
I mean,
I
do you
like the
want
idea
it to
of
be
persuasion.
intimidation?
I think it would be
Nope.
up to
No,
Well,
I
that's
didn't think so.
19 persuasion.
Riker just
Damn.
sighs and says,
No whammies.
so I guess
Nice.
everyone around here is a smartass, huh? Kind of taps his finger at the desk. Alright, you heard the man. Place your weapons down. Come on. He pulls out a rapier and places it on the desk as the guards look at each other and is like, sir, are you sure about this? Well, you should be more than capable enough to handle a prisoner, I assume. It glares at you, Marius, and the guards just go like, I don't like this, boss, but if you say so. As they place their glaives onto the table one by one, and Asimov just kind of groups them all up into one little bundle tries to stuff them into one locker. It's okay, I got it! Flunk! And locks it tight. And it's like, oh, no then. Will there be anything else? No, I think you've quite wasted enough time today, thank you. Well, where are my manners? Riker Tywin, at your service. He holds out this very scaly Dragonborn claw to shake your hand.
Holding out the
Nice.
black gauntlet that's on his hand, he says, the Black Shadow. Holds out his hand to him.
Black Shadow? What's a Black Shadow doing with the Dark Lanterns?
What do you think?
I guess they'll take your help anywhere they can find it, huh? As Cog goes up to shake his hand uncontrollably, he's like, I wasn't trying to shake your hand. Must be a
This
fresh
is-
new model, eh?
This
Yes!
is Iron Fist.
Indeed. He looks at you very confused and looks back and says, yes, this one is indeed an iron fist of sorts. He looks at you, Marius, gives you like a thumbs up. Looks back. It's like, alright.
Alana's gonna sneak around.
Make me a stealth check.
Absolutely.
Can she have it at advantage because we're distracting him?
Technically, yeah, that's. I'm gonna say normally because the guards are also there. You'd normally have disadvantage with the guards' help, but the advantage cancels it out. So just roll normally.
Frog is our favorite himbo.
Elantra,
Is that a yes?
to what?
The advantage on
Straight
the stealth?
roll.
It's regular stealth check.
I'm sorry, I missed what's going on here.
Yeah.
Who's dying? Who's rolling? Who's?
I mean, technically, you're not seeing what's going on, and under the commotion, Elantra, you kind of sneak behind one of the walls and peek around the corner for the conversation. And he kind of looks over and is like, thought there was a third one here, but must be seeing things. It's been a long day. Alright, the four of you know what to do. As the guards kind of bow and march in unison down the stairs. As Caleb, as our friendly new faces, one
I
second.
wait for them all to go away.
As Caleb, Marjani, Kanopi, and Sir, I can't even remember his name, St. Williams, all head up the stairs, and you see these guards walking down as well, and trying to squeeze by you, and they're like, excuse me, please. Royal Order business, step out of the way.
Oh,
Sorry, High Council busy.
fancy.
I wait for this guy here to leave as well.
Alrighty, they head down, and the four of you walk in to see a very handsome Dragonborn with a red dress and yellow skin, kind of talking to Marius as he turns around and says,
They wouldn't know it's
Oh!
Marius, but they would probably recognize
Oh.
Cog.
yeah, sorry, not Marius. You guys don't recognize Marius, but you do recognize Cog. But there's a strange new man hanging out with Cog, as the Dragonborn turns to face the four of you and says, must be the rest of the agents. Let me introduce myself. My name's Riker Tywin. I'm serving for the High Council. As he holds out a hand to shake all of yours.
Can I roll insight to see if.
Please do.
Because most of the time she's new and she doesn't know who to trust. Let's just see.
While he's distracted by them,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk over here to this guy because he doesn't know who I am either.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to,
Alright.
without the Dragonborn noticing, kind of just open up my face mask so he sees who it is, give him a wink, and then close my face mask back
Asphalt
up.
kind of looks up, very confused, but doesn't care enough to do anything beyond looking for his book, pretending he wasn't here. As Riker, you kind of, as you grab his hand, you kind of take a look into his eyes to see if there's any form of deceit, and despite the fact that he appears to be a little arrogant, there doesn't seem to be an ounce of lying coming through his teeth. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. I guess I'll
Caleb
shake it now.
extends his giant meaty claw
He
and shakes this.
shakes
weird
Marjani's
lizard.
hand, grabs your hand, Caleb, as you almost crush his hand. And he's like, worker's grip, I see. Oh, it shakes his hand off as he goes off and
Hello,
holds his
scaly man.
hand out to shake yours, St. William.
I very mechanically just like put my hand out, and it's like a.
You kind of lift him up a little bit and give him a shake and toss him onto the ground. He's like, another new model too, I see. Kenopi.
Oh, look at that happy puppy.
Ah, there's a happy, wholesome puppy. Enjoy, Internet.
Oh, he's a good
As
boy.
he says, now, if there's nothing else, I have some business to attend to. Mr. Ovion, I wouldn't mind seeing you in private later. This private matter of the High Council, of course.
Sure. I have no mind.
Alright. Alright. Well, I'm off to take Clayton into custody. Bid thee well, agents. Best of luck on your next mission. And try not to botch it up so hard next time. He gives you a wink and heads off of his guards.
No, puppy.
After he's
You all
after
have the
he's
floor.
gone,
Okay, Elon's gonna come out of hiding now.
Alright. As you guys don't see a lawn, you see a, sorry, where is it? You see this person come out from the corner.
Ah, new faces now. Who's this? We've never met you before.
Okay, so. Okay, I don't know how you're gonna phrase this, but our last friend was a fire genasi, right?
Yes.
And I knew that she basically, was basically Alondra, which is a girl,
That's
right?
true.
And I'm seeing this new guy come in, so can I make like an insight check
Yeah.
with advantage? to
Yes.
see-
Make me an
yeah.
insight check with advantage.
I
Given
am
that
also
you've seen this before.
Wait
Yes. Same with you, Kenopi.
Oh,
Uh,
again.
yeah, it's
Yikes.
nice. Oh. Make
Big
me
money.
a deception
Oh,
check,
wait.
Alondra. If you want to keep up the charade, of course.
Oh no, there's no point in keeping up the charade for this person.
Mhm. Alright. In which case, you immediately recognize her as Alondra, as he speaks in Alondra's voice.
Hi guys.
don't recognize this
You
fella.
Look cool.
Yeah, and we got a new fellow
Oh.
here. You see this very mechanical, heavily armored man just walk up along with the rest of the party.
I turn to
Oh,
Caleb, who walked up
hello.
beside me, and I just go, Caleb, you know me. This is just my new disguise. You can call me the Black Shadow.
Whoa! It's a metal man inside another man. Oh.
Cog walks up to St. William and kind of looks at him and says,
Is this another being like me? Also feels very mechanical.
as he compares like our emotions to you.
It's
Marjani
very
will,
possible.
yeah. Marjani will go up to Alondra and basically
Fascinating.
be like, so, are you sure you're Genasi, or are you just changeling at this point? Because you are really good at these disguises.
No doubt.
Well, surviving in the wilderness has made me a little adept at this kind of thing.
And I see
I
it kind of
can't get it
rub.
perfect every time, but I try.
And it seems like you kind of rubbed off on Marius here, as she just kind of like taps the, the armor that he's now
A
wearing.
black shadow.
Tunk,
Yeah,
tunk,
Well,
black.
funny story
Black
about
Shadow,
that.
you
We gotta find a way to avoid a wedding in a week.
I look at her and just be like, wait, what?
These two are engaged, and he walks
Oh,
over and
son.
Like clamps
What?
both of you in an awkward hug.
Should I? Do
No,
you want
Marius
to
is
explain?
engaged.
Yeah,
to
now
Elise.
suddenly Asimov is interested. It's like, you have attention.
Caleb just immediately hugs Marius and lifts him off the ground.
God does
Yay,
too.
I'm so happy for you.
This
God.
one isn't indifferent.
No. He's engaged to Elise, who has now died.
Oh, no.
Oh, in that case, I'm so sorry for you.
We have to find a way to avoid
It
it.
feels pretty constraining to your whole body and back as Caleb is just giving you the strongest of bear hugs, Marius. And of course, the new agent is watching all this happen as well. So much information to process.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't see what the problem would be about marrying me in the first place, Elon, but you know.
As you blush a little bit,
Cox says, "Who is this one, anyways?"
as he lifts up your arm, Tyrell.
You mean Tyler?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Tyler.
Sorry.
Yeah. Not the Tyrell Corporation.
Bro.
Not the
Yikes.
Tyrell Corporation.
Yikes.
Well, seeing as no one can seem to remember my name, I am Saint Buffer to you.
Saint
Marjani would-
Buffer.
Buffer.
Marjani, no,
This
I got
was
this.
his name.
Look,
It's-
Saint Fluffer aside, are we doing disguises now, or did you guys just want to hide from the wedding?
Well,
To
to be honest
I
with
was
you,
gonna write a letter from my mom saying that they died.
it honestly
I
makes
was-
the most sense for me to be have an alternate identity while here to keep up appearances with my family.
Well, this
Ah.
one is confused by all these politics.
And this one is bored. He goes back to reading his book.
Hello, tiny man.
But how can you be married without being married? This one does not understand.
We're not married.
But you say you are.
It was. No, it's not the same thing. This was a ruse to get him out of trouble.
Would it really be a bad thing though? He just kind of says as he like,
Cog just stares blankly into a wall, confused, trying to process all this information.
Alam will glare at him and go, "Did I hurt your feelings, small boy? Did I hurt your feelings?" In the most manly voice that he can muster.
Ouch, feelings, boy.
No.
feelings, boy.
I don't understand why.
69 mental damage. By the way,
I just don't know why it would be an issue to be married to someone like me.
Sir
Oh.
Buffer, you should be able to use this as your token for now. I set it to your character sheet.
Oh, great.
Marshall.
Something temporary, just for future reference. Sorry, go on.
Marjani will basically pat his shoulder and be like, "Don't worry, you'll find a good girl soon."
At this point,
Yes, you'll find a real girl.
coming up the stairs are 4 guards, 2 of which are carrying Clayton in handcuffs, as Riker is heading up the stairs.
Okay, if they're starting to come up the stairs, the first
They
thing
are
I'm going to
starting
tell
to come up
Cog
the
to do,
stairs.
Cog, go over into the other room there.
Which
Tiny
other
man.
room?
Axe now.
Right there.
Oh,
Who's right next
this
to me?
one. Oh, all right. This one will confirm.
And stay quiet.
Tiny man. Axe now.
I can't hand you weapons while in building. I can't give
Now.
you. Make me an intimidation check.
I mean,
And
Must protect
while
my
he-
friends.
While he does that, I'm going to minor illusion my curtain of changing so I can start using my disguise kit.
And who would you like to turn into?
Fuck.
Let's go
What?
with a Sapphire Dragonborn. Just in case we're still being looked for the airship event.
Make me a performance check. And Asimov just looks at you, Caleb, and solemnly shakes his head.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Now I need to hide. And you just see Caleb starting to run behind this wall over here.
Make me a stealth check. And Kenopi, you transform into a blue dragonborn, but do you know what it's like to wear like high heels for the first time? You'd have a hard time like getting used to like the comfort of your form, and
Yeah.
you kind of waddle around awkwardly, and you try a new voice, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't quite sell a performance, but you think it does. Marshani, make me a stealth check.
Sure. Love. Wow.
Their
Okay,
passive perception is 12.
Well,
So they
we're
head up the
scared.
stairs, and Riker just looks over and says, "Why do your agents hiding?
I'm back.
What?
Just
What is it? Whatever. We have other business to attend to."
I'm
Riker
going to
just-
stand there in the middle of the room and say,
He doesn't look angry or
I
upset.
don't know.
He's just mildly confused.
They're
Looking
making
over
off
again.
with our guy. What do we do? What do we do?
Riker says to, yes, miss. Can I help you?
Oh, nothing. I was just moving back. You said you wanted to talk to me, or would that be later on?
Yeah. I just have to do something real quick, but preferably alone, if you don't mind. He pulls out a scroll from his bag, clears his throat. Clayton Lawson, you are to be taken to the High Council for proper punishment. Do you have any last words? Clayton looks around. He's gonna make an insight check.
maybe right back.
Alright.
Oh,
Damn.
Clayton looks at you, Marius, with a word of recognition. With
How
a
would he
face of
recognize me?
recognition.
How would he recognize me? I have my helmet on, my armor
Oh,
on.
you have your
It looks
helmet on,
completely
okay.
different.
Okay, he was gonna look at your face, but you can't really see his face, but, you know, he just looking
Cog with
solemn
us?
and disappointed and a little bit beat up and bruised. Strangely enough, as he, in his handcuffs, just sighs and says, "Find a way to take care of my family. Please. That's all I ask. Oh, your family will be more than looked after, Clayton. Take him away." And the guards take him away without another word as they leave the building. Riker says, now then, you want to speak privately? Come, I know somewhere we could talk.
okay.
He takes you off to a private
That's
corner
it?
of the room.
Oh god.
I'm going to
We
try
captured
to
him
be.
for nothing, and they just take him away.
I'm
You
going
see,
to try to stealthily
Yeah.
move around to where I can hear what's going on there.
already. Meanwhile, as this is happening,
Not
Caleb,
20.
as you say
Damn.
that, you see Cassandra walk up with hands behind her back and says, "There's nothing we can do at this point. The High Council will take it from here, Caleb."
Oh, that's no fair. I was having fun
It's more
with
than
that.
fair. We work for the High Council, and if you knew any better, you wouldn't get us into any more trouble, please.
Sorry.
It's quite alright. Just remember for next time. And best of luck on your new mission. Try not to get caught this time. And she walks off. And what was your check on that, Mario? Yeah, you just... as you all kind of turn to see Marius, it's like Batman as he just instantly leaves the scene and effortlessly hides in the perfect dark corner to spy in on Marjani's conversation with Riker. As Riker turns to you, Marjani says, I hate to pull you away for this, but I'm afraid it's urgent that we keep this private.
That's like. She kind of just raises his eyebrows, just like, private. What do you have for me?
See, I'm not from here. I'm from... Where'd you say you were from again, Landra? I keep forgetting the name for some reason. I apologize.
Carf.
See, I'm from Karf, and came away with this woman by the name of Landra a few months ago, and we were more than happy to help her out, but she's refused to pay for our services, and we lost a lot of good men to get her here. And I'm worried that she won't repay her, and I fear that she won't repay us back. And given that I'm working for the High Council now, it's more urgent than ever that we get the necessary funds. I don't mean to strong-arm her like this, it's just... her family was responsible for the death of a lot of my people. She owes a lot of people a lot of money.
Okay, I don't know this. I feel like I'm on a loop at this point, but can I roll insight to see if he's lying?
Make me an insight check, please.
Okay. Wow.
That's a 10.
It seems... You have a hard time getting a read on this guy, but it seems that most of what he's saying is the truth. There may be small portions he's not entirely truthful about, but for the most part, his story sounds pretty convincing.
Okay.
As he says... Go on.
Yeah, go on. No, go ahead.
You seem like the most reasonable sort of this lot. No offense to your companions, of course, and... we'd ask that you make sure she pays the money on time and doesn't do anything stupid like throw her money away on something less important. And I know that I've seen the wanted posters around town, and I know that this isn't a great situation for your other agents to be in, so if you agree to help us out, who's got your back, what's got yours. We'll wipe your names off the wanted posters, and you'll be able to run those church sessions just the way you wanted, without any extra attention.
Marjani will look at him. How much money exactly does she owe you guys?
150 gold pieces.
150? Okay. And, okay, that makes sense. And all I have to do is basically just keep her, I don't have to hurt her or anything like that.
No,
Just
of
make
course
sure
not.
that-
Just persuade her if she decides to place her money elsewhere. However you do so is entirely up to you. But I know you've got quite the silver tongue in this group, so I'm sure that won't be an issue.
Marjani will just look at him and just like, I think I could find a way. I could figure something out. But she looks at you and just be like, you do promise to take our names off those posters, correct?
I solemnly swear on behalf of the High Council. And he holds out his hand to shake yours.
She kind of just looks at him and she just reluctantly agrees to shake his hand. And she just says,
Shakes your hand. He's like, excellent, excellent. I don't mean to rush, but I do have other business to attend to. Much obliged, Miss Sophian, and good luck on the new mission. And he walks off. And Riker kind of walks off, gives you all a nod, and heads out the door. And Marius, you heard that entire conversation.
You know what? I'm not even gonna roll perception to that. I definitely not gonna figure out he's there with that.
He rolled a natural
He rolled
20.
that
It's
20.
gonna be
Yeah,
hard.
I'm
Unless
not-
you also roll a natural 20.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste a nat 20 on
Alright.
like perception.
Alright, now that you're reunited with the group, what you guys doing?
Well, I need to go collect my reward, as does Elan, for our part of the mission. And I have to speak to them about an item.
Alrighty, so you all gain 10 gold pieces if you haven't already, so you can add that to your repertoire. And you ask about the item, and Asimov says, "Oh, I believe the quartermaster was working on that. You might want to ask him and whatever the fuck his name is, Tim, about his new invention."
Okay. Then I'm going to go down and talk to them. I'll be like, guys, before we go off and do anything, I got to talk to them.
Alright, is anybody joining Marius as he heads off to the quartermaster?
I will.
Sure, can help.
Alright,
Be cool.
okay, so...
Oh.
One second. Is there anybody who doesn't want to come to this?
What is it?
They're heading to the quartermaster to talk about the glove of teleportation.
Cool, I want to go.
Sure.
Gotcha. Alright, well, just bring everyone along, if there's no objections. So you kind of... Let's head to the notes. As you step into the quartermaster's chambers, once again, a wide open chamber full of assorted potions and materials, several aquariums containing assorted large spliced together fishes, with a large runic symbol traced into the center of the chamber. You see Tim, a warforged artificer, taking a screwdriver to his mechanical turret on legs on the desk in the opposite end of the chamber, before he yells out,
Ah! I was wondering when the director would be done gaslighting you.
Tim,
Oh, where the fuck have you been, mate? And he turns around to face you. It's like, oh, Director's been pretty pissed since you and Alon or Landra were gone.
oh, we had to deal with some things to keep our identities hidden. Speaking of it, you got a glove that belongs to my family.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, right. And you should be able to see the... Right, look, oh,
pulls out stopwatch.
right about... now.
As soon as you say that, you hear a whoosh sound effect as you are all hit with a brief blast of wind. As Richter, the dwarven quartermaster, teleports right behind you with a glove on his hand. He digs out the burnt-out amethyst on the center of his glove with a small crowbar, and says, "Ah ha ha! I haven't seen an invention like this since my years in the academy. And now, thanks to you all, we won't need to worry about that complicated teleportation schematic anymore. And
That
now we
glove
can
needs
just..."
to go back to my family.
Richter goes from a gleaming smile to a disappointed frown as he says, "But you handed it to us. I was under the impression we were allowed to get..."
Oh, wait, don't look at me. They just hand over the teleportation glove and just said, "Here, go away with this. Ain't saying nothing about no politics or anything, so don't look at me, Rocker."
We'll kind of just step between them and just be like, okay, look, buddy, all right? My friend over there really needs that glove, and
The agency could use a glove like this. Could
okay,
teleport us
but
to different locations.
that is true, but think about this. If House Kenneth, right, does not get this glove back, and they find it on us, then it's gonna be on all of our asses right about now.
On top of the fact that if, do you really want to base your extra edge on theft from my family?
Well, that's another thing. They think we already have it, so if he sees one of our Dark Lantern's agents give him the teleportation glove, isn't that whole point mute?
Well, no. What we do is we make certain that it gets deposited in the hands of a House Kenneth member without them knowing it.
That is true.
Kenobi, make me a sleight of hand check.
Andrew, you really need to fuck off with the lady.
Sleight of
Nope.
hand.
Yeah.
Stop trying to laser at my face and I will!
Excuse me for a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
Sure.
Do your thing. It's all good. As you were all talking, you see Kenobi blatantly grab the glove with both hands, trying to pry it off. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing over there? Come on, Kenobi, not with this shit again." He just kind of tosses you off his glove. Now then, make me a.
Did I not even see the roll?
Make me
Yeah,
a
that's the
persuasion check, Marius. With advantage, because you're getting help from Marshani.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll intimidation if this doesn't work.
19.
19.
Riker looks very disappointed and says, You have to admit, Marius, you make me like your house a little bit less each and every day." But he very disappointingly passes you the glove and places it in your hand, pats it, and says, "Now where are those mushrooms at?" And he runs off, and Tim is just like,
Oh, great, not this again. Well, I'm not saying I don't want to do the right thing, but he does have a point. We could put it to better use than your house. No offense, Marius.
I understand, but it was the intellectual property of Clayton's.
he kind
He
of
created it for the house.
Yeah.
And although he is still dealing with the things that are going on right now, it is something that should be honored to the house.
Tim crosses his arms and says,
So how are you gonna give it back to him anyways? I'm sure you're not just gonna knock on the front door and leave it in a basket.
No,
Alon's gonna grab him by the shoulder and go, "We have a wedding to go to next week."
Counter plan.
I'm sorry, what?
"Yeah, what was that?"
I have another idea on how to take care of it.
Oh, please.
No, seriously, what is this about a wedding?
What
I
are you
will.
talking about? No one said anything about that.
I'll rest
You
his hand on
just-
him and just be like, no, buddy, don't question it, okay?
We
Just go with
could
I get that response a little too much around here, but maybe you're
we
right.
could replicate the glove on the outside and then smash it and return those pieces, saying that it was destroyed after the theft.
I turn and I look
Why
at
wouldn't you just send back the perfect copy
There are
then?
a bunch of artificers. If we
Because
bring
Yeah.
if we
a
send
junk
back
replicate,
if we
they're
send
gonna
back
know whether
an
it's not.
unworking copy, they'll ask questions. However, if we bring back pieces that look like they fit together to make one, they won't ask questions. It was destroyed after the burglary, and then we can take this, rework it, and make
No.
our own.
No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with artificers they might probably figure that
I
out.
want.
He's got a point.
it-
Not for an officer like me. I could see something like that from a mile away.
But I
I
can.
mean-
want
Yeah,
to
no.
make certain it gets back to my family the way it's supposed to be. I apologize, guys. I know that it could be beneficial to the Dark Lanterns, but this is a bit of a matter of honor for me.
Hey, say no more, mate. My only concern is that this lunatic's gonna go back to work with Fungi. Swear to God, ever since that shifter came through, it's been nothing but a madhouse around these parts.
I'm gonna. Marjana will look at him and just be like, "You sure you know what you're doing, correct?"
100%. Even more so than my master.
I heard that.
I hope it did.
I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to Marius.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's fine.
There's a specific person that will be at work right now, who I can get into their house, and I can make certain that it is left there.
Nice of you to stop by, St. William. Yeah, don't see you around here too often. They pulled you off the field?
Oh, yes. Pulled me off the field just to come here.
Must be pretty bad if they're pulling you in, but good to see your face again, buddy. Don't let this lot get you down. You actually seem like a pretty fun lot of buggers. Anyways, I got some business to attend to. Y'all take care now.
Thank
I'll
you.
deal with my lunatic of a quartermaster in the meantime.
Why is the fun guy shaped like that? It's supposed to be inverted in this direction, but it's shaped like this. If you
All right.
roll it over here.
Marius is going to head back down and out.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Oh, Kenobi, what are you doing? Ho ho. You're approaching him.
Yeah, I'm going to watch and take advantage of the fact that I can use telepathy.
Does that work for people who don't have brains?
That is.
Hang on, that's a good question. Let me double
Yeah.
check.
I'm going to say no, because normally telepathy is involved with the mind.
I mean, well, it depends on how you think about Warforges.
Well,
be
do you
said.
speak binary
These Warforged
code?
specifically don't
Technically,
really
the
have...
only restriction it says is it has to be able to understand at least one language.
I mean,
Which
it
technically
also...
the Warforged can.
Yeah. I mean, Warforges basically have some magic inside of them that
They have
makes them able
magic
to-
inside of them. They don't have a brain, but...
Yeah, but
I'll allow it.
they would. My argument would be they have somewhat of a consciousness, and if they have somewhat of a consciousness, then
Nice. Alright, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
So what do you say to him?
So we could go half and half. You could see how fast you can reverse engineer this thing, figure out how it ticks, and then place it back together, and we don't tell him.
Are you saying this to Tim? He comes,
Yes,
turns around and he's like,
Oh, come on, not with the mind-bending shit. Drives me fucking nuts.
as he
Can
continues
Alon
working.
grab Marjani?
sure.
Cool. Alon's gonna grab Marjani and pull her back here out of earshot.
Be right here.
Alrighty.
Okay. What did he have to say to you?
Marjani will look at her and basically be like, said that you owed him some money, said that you needed to pay it back. Pretty much simple. I'm guessing he didn't want to tell you for reasons.
Oh no, he informed me as soon as I got into the city. He sent me a letter. and said
Okay.
exactly how much I owed him.
He also,
However-
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
However, while I do intend to pay him, he's overcharging me already from what we agreed upon. And his home country started a war with Goth.
So this is basically personal thing. I can see. Well, I'm guessing with the whole money thing, you said he did mention something about family and a war and something along that lines. So I'm guessing that's what it is. How much money did you owe? Did you owe him before?
Oh Lord, I've forgotten.
It
How
was
much money did I
150
owe
gold
him?
pieces.
It was
It
150.
was- Yeah.
Okay. Marshani will just look at him and just be like, not one for fighting, not one for scheming, not one for lying, in fact. So here's what I'm going to do. For the sake of everything, I'll try to help you out. Okay? All I ask is that you put it in 50-50. You don't have to lose much, and I help you out. And we basically, and like I said before, basically we get some peace of mind because, you know, he did agree to take our names off those wanted posters. I'm
He
going
also
to.
said next time he saw me, he would kill me. So
Yeah, that is true. So let's hope that, you know, in both terms, he is a man of his words.
he's not.
He's not, but, you know.
I actually owe him 250 gold pieces now because he just decided it randomly.
Yeah.
When we go see him again, it'll be 300 gold pieces. I'd rather just kill him again.
We'll see how it goes. Marjani is very trusting and she's also very naive at some points. And she just kind of wants to go to the, you know, peaceful route of things. So, you know, it's gonna. I guess you could roll this. Nah. She's. Depends. Shh. I want to go to sneaky path, but at the same time, that's just how her character is. So yeah, she will look at you and just be like, for the time being, we should try and pay off the debt. If it goes sideways, then we can think about doing something else. Is that fair?
Pay him 150.
Okay, 150, that should be fine. If not, then we break his bones.
Fair enough.
That's very wholesome of you.
And then back over.
Meanwhile, back at Kenobi, doing some brain manipulation shit with a robot. Carry on.
Technically, it's not manipulation. It's just sending a message to his brain.
I mean,
so
you're
it can't
manipulating
be-
his brain to receive the message. Technically.
Technically.
Go on.
So is that something you can do?
Sorry, I gotta type something real quick because Marius split the party. By the way, you notice that Marius has left. And without so much as saying something, hang on, I'm gonna type something really, really quick.
I'm sorry, but I'm looking in chat and I love the
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. You see a small shark stitched together with the legs of a wolf and the ears of a kitchen. Surprisingly, it's
Oh,
not
no,
in
no,
great
no.
pain.
I'm talking about Marius will leave and head to Clayton's Toe.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is
the thing.
Yep. Leaving to Clayton's home.
I knew what you meant. I know what you meant. So real
Yeah,
quick
we
on
all know
that,
that you wanted
Marius,
to get
with
to
that
Clayton's
stealth
home,
check,
so-
you prop the box onto his front door, and just before you notice, as his wife comes for the door, you sneak around beneath the staircase, in enough darkness so you're not really noticed, but just ahead. So you see Marius's wife, a beautiful blue tiefling woman with long black hair and piercing orange eyes, kind of looks at the box and begins to tear up a little bit before taking it inside, locking up the door.
And then I will flip back towards the hideout.
Alrighty, and as you're all wondering, wait, where did Marius go? He has arrived.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
How are you,
back
Marius?
so soon.
Kenobi, sorry, what were you doing? Apologies.
It's fine. So are you able to do that, or do I need to find a more skilled artificer?
What's that supposed to mean?
And he responds telepathically as he's working, kind of stopping working to almost like he's about to turn around but doesn't.
Hang on, that's very interesting, because if I read correctly, I can only send messages.
Yeah, I think.
You sure it's not secretly message spell? No, he
Your,
just
your communication doesn't give the
he
creature the
turns
ability
around
to
and
respond.
says,
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm asking if you can do it, and if not, I will find someone who can.
Well, what's in it for me?
he whispers, making sure that the boss doesn't hear.
Oh, what's in it for me then, huh?
Well, for starters, you'll be able to understand the teleportation technology and integrate it into your system so you can get away from your boss whenever you want. Second of all, I don't recommend a better artificer for the guild.
This is good music for this. Make me a persuasion check.
You guys roll a d20.
Oh,
Roll
you
20.
Yep.
Ooh. And he just says,
Ah, damn it. Oh, wait, fine, but how you gonna get that piece to me anyways? Maya's assisted and taken away.
Well, like I said, if you can make a gauntlet and we can stage a scene where it gets smashed by accident. That's not a problem.
Alright, bring me the glove and I'll see what I can do. No promises, alright?
Okay. I'm just saying that teleportation technology, if we can make it last instead of burnout.
Alright. Alright. But walk off like we didn't have this conversation. Just storm off in a fist of fury over an argument. No! We already handed off the glove to Marius! Sorry! Can't do that! Can't help you! No, run off! Fury! Bait! Hit the wall on the way out!
I'm going to go this way and just pull out my claws and make the scratch of claws again.
it doesn't bother the artificer one bit, but Riker just... Ah! What the hell is wrong with you, Kenobi? You can't scratch the merchandise like that.
Maybe, not so hard.
What'd you do? He begins getting into discussion with Tim. Alright, what's the rest of the party doing?
I'm gonna go find the glove.
You go up to the glove, and are you gonna ask Marius for it, or are you gonna inspect it?
I'm gonna ask to see it real quick, see how it
It's already gone.
works and fits.
Gone?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's already gone?
I've already returned it.
To be continued. Bum, 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 bum. That awkward silence.
I was doing so.
Sorry.
No, I meant Kenobi.
Now what?
How does Kenobi respond to not having a glove? Alrighty, so in the meantime, we'll say, Alondra, you walk up to St. Buffer as you're looking at this strange creature. The shark's name is Tim, by the way. That you know by now, St. Buffer, so...
Oh, I know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been around the agency a few times, and Tim has had quite a bit of time to grow in the aquarium. And he looks pretty surprisingly calm, but you don't know if that's because the creature's generally calm or it's because of all the drugs they implemented into him.
Okay. Can I insight that?
What do you want to find out for the insight?
If he's been heavily sedated or not?
Fair enough. Insight check. Could also do a medicine check if that's higher, but I'll allow insight. 24.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, this guy is definitely on drugs. Like, it's that kind of, Tim is not the same as work as he used to be, where, like, he's way too dazed out and just he doesn't really seem to be functioning much. He's barely eating. This whale is clearly drugged out of his mind, and you don't see any needle marks, but you presume it's something they're pumping into the water.
I'm gonna look down at him and say, "Oh, poor Tim. Wish you could just roam free in the ocean.
That would be nice, dude.
Then you find out he's freshwater as he dies in the ocean.
I'm gonna reach my hand in and give him a pet.
All right, it is like one of those tall aquariums, like about 10 feet tall, so you do have to reach pretty high to get in there.
Oh shit!
I
Okay.
will need an athletics check to kind of clamber up.
Oh, I'm still going for it. Yeah.
Oh, I figured you would. Oh,
Oh.
so you get in the tank and you clamber up. However, you fall right into the tank, making this pretty abrupt splashing noise as Riker turns around with a fury. It's like, oh, not again, St. Buffer, get out of there! As he just waddles over, and Tim sighs, pretending not to notice.
Wait, not again. This happened before?
Ooh. Sorry, I'm not the most agile of folks. And I'll still continue to pet Tim, and then I will get out.
And you just, like, climb out and just drenched in water as it slowly begins to rust. You do like the dog thing where you shake, but it's more like a wacky wave of inflatable arm flailing tube man that's you're just shaking left to right constantly. It's like, I swear if you jump in that fucking water again, I'm running you up. All right, this isn't funny anymore, man.
Sorry.
Oh, all right, just don't do it next time, all right? Don't give me a heart attack like that. Oh, jeez, I don't know these people. Sometimes he waddles over back to his desk, soaked and water, not even carrying at this point. And hang on, I'm gonna see if make a Constitution saving throw.
With all that drugs.
Yeah, and same with you, Saint Buffer. Make me a Constitution saving. Wait a minute, you're immune to disease and poison, so
Sure
never
am.
mind.
No drugs.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you know what happens when you take too much weed and your tongue sticks out and you don't feel like doing anything. He just plants his head on the ground, just tongue straight out, completely dazed out of his mind. And Tim looks over, he's like,
Shrimps have got to him already.
Just gonna pick him up. He basically is really small. Just be like, okay, come. I'll just drag him over like right there. Just drag him right here. I can't control him, but I'll drag him right
I
there.
don't want
that was
much on
actually
your
an athletics
soup.
check, not a constitution check.
Oh yeah. No, that was
It was
that was the
Maris.
climb into the.
Yeah, that was a climb.
Climb into the
Yeah.
thing. Oh my
Yeah.
It's like I just Grandma, I don't want any French onion soup. Make me
It's just-
tomato soup.
Okay, I'm
oregano
just-
in it.
I just gotta rest him down there and just gotta feed him a bit. It's just like, okay, just eat this.
You just gotta lie him down and you spoon feed him some rations, and he's like, do it like an airplane.
It's just like,
No, wait, sorry, no, do it like a boat. Do it like an airship.
Oh, okay, just
And he
like-
just bites it and
Here
like,
comes the
"Yeah."
steamship.
He just eats it and immediately passes out.
It's just
Tim's
like, okay.
I'm not sure if I should thank you or slap you in the head for that, St. Buffer.
Say buffer.
Sir Buffer, his name's really hard to remember, alright?
It's Saint Buffer.
We shall call it that.
Alright, St. Buffer. I prefer Buffer myself, see? Great minds think alike.
So
Well,
it was.
you're
I wonder if he had a sister named Phoebe.
So it was Marius who returned the glove, correct?
Yes, but he did not announce his plans to anyone.
Yes.
Kept it to himself.
True, but when asked about it, he said it's already been returned.
That's true.
Yep.
Yes.
He did not say where he returned it to, however.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull him to the side, away from everyone.
Do you allow this, Marius?
Sure.
Right, as you're just kind of pulled aside over here, let's say over here behind one of the bookcases.
hmm
What do you say to him?
So I get you have your whole honor code and that you need to do everything as soon as humanly possible, but don't you think it's a little suspicious to return the gauntlet this soon?
Not at all.
The only people with knowledge of where the owner of the gauntlet would be is your family or anyone that knew him. You were there when he was kidnapped and the item was stolen.
Mm-hmm. If anything, they would most likely suspect one of you guys of being someone with a conscience and returning it secretly to where I've returned it.
Do you not know how crime works?
Oh,
You're asking the rogue this time.
better than you think.
Cough.
Better than you think.
Sorry, go on.
But you've got to understand, and he's not being quiet when he's saying this. Clayton was my friend. I've known Clayton for a long time. I'm still not sure whether or not he did what they say he did, but I did my part to get him here. The least that we could do is return his work to where it needs to be, and that's what I did. It's the
Are you
least I
even
could
sure
do for
you
my
got-
friend.
Are you even sure you returned it to the right area?
Oh, I know I did.
And where would that be?
You don't need to know.
A workshop where anyone can get it, a house
So,
where his family could take it
Alon
and
just
sell
kind
it.
of walks up to Kenobi because he's bullying Marius, and I kind of get on the back of you, and I'm like, "Hey, no, back to you. Hey, what you talking about, Kenobi? What you doing over here?
just leaning over the bookshelf. What you doing?
It's
Currently
burning a
assessing
little."
Currently assessing if this one has a brain and why he wants to.
Did you just insult me by saying I don't have a brain?
No, I said I'm questioning if you do. This is currently a
Boys,
hypothesis
boys.
situation.
Oh, is Kenobi a woman? I'm so sorry.
Oh, Kenobi
People.
Kenobi is non-binary.
So yeah.
Oh,
Kenobi's neater.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
Kenobi just doesn't care.
Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Cog waltzes over at this point.
Is everything alright, Marius?
This
Oh,
person is
everything's-
questioning my motives.
Boys, let's not argue.
But I do that
over
all the time.
interpretation gloves.
See?
You're learning, though.
The machine gets it.
Is this one not learning as well? This one seems rather small-minded too.
Elon starts waving frantically at Marjani. Oh my god, come help.
Yeah, you're just like, go over.
And Marjani was just kind of look at this. It's just like, okay.
You,
what's
you
going
also
on?
know the St. William buffer
Yeah.
is coming over as well.
It's
At
like
this point,
every-
I've walked over
Everyone's just
because I've
all-
seen other people.
Yeah,
I
it's like the oh meme. Everyone's just howling over.
I mean, I was just hanging out with Caleb because he was just kind of alone there and just be like, okay,
He's just vibing.
just
Now-
keeping
Kinda
him
just
company.
chilling.
If you have a
Yeah.
problem with me returning an item that rightfully belongs to my family, that belonged to and was created by one of my close friends, the least I can do, because I might not ever see him again, he might be dead after whatever they're doing to him for punishment.
I mean, if
And I
you're
don't know
really
if I
that
would ever be able to call you a friend.
If you're
Marjani,
really that concerned for your friend, you can always bust him out.
I interject and I say,
yeah.
I respect your honor. That's what I'm all about.
Marjani will look at Kenobi and be like, sure, I can understand that you want to go the smart way about this, but at the same time, we did make the decision that he should be able to do what he wants with the glove. However, I do think the glove will come in important. I do think the idea that you have is really sound. But like I said before, he did make a promise. And I personally will sit back and say, I agree with him on it. If it's something that's really personal to him, then, I've got his back.
In my experience,
Marjani.
ties and relationships only hold you back.
Well, in this case, this is and she kind of waves around. This is a relationship. And if it's gonna hold us back, then you have to make a choice. We all need to have
Work.
This is work, yes, but it's also a relationship because we all have to work together. And if one of us decides to, go on their own and do their own stuff, then we're all gonna fall together. We need to be able to trust each other, regardless on how. And he's gonna look at both Marius and Kenobi. We all think about certain situations. If we want to decide on everything, we have to decide it as a group. All right. So no more sneaking, no more back talk. We just decide it as a group. Is that clear? I'm gonna give it like
Yes.
Can I roll intimidation just to give off like mad?
Yeah,
mob vibes?
angry Karen energy. Go roll for that angry Karen energy.
Oh, come on.
Not
And
full-blown
Lana's
Karen,
over
but
here
still,
like bouncing up and down, like, tell him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You tell
boss
him.
bitch vibes. Boss bitch vibes.
Can I just say I love how two people drag one person over to talk for a minute. I do it with an NPC, and then the moment I touch a PC, everybody is around me.
They're
Well,
starting
you
shit.
don't understand. Marius is so like we're attached to Marius. Like the NPC, we don't really. But
Not to mention, Marius is a
Marius,
16-year-old kid.
Marius is a child.
And kids
I
can be
mean-
dicks too.
I mean,
Yeah,
our priority.
you're over here. Literally, two kids were on the side having a conversation.
You're having a
and
slap fight. Yeah.
Everyone came over.
Alright.
I
Well,
mean,
I heard Marius say something loudly, and because Marius is
None of you
like,
guys were particularly piping down either. So Marjani, make
Yeah.
that intimidation
friends,
check.
so-
question. Because I'm basically. Can I get advantage?
With
on this?
advantage, yes.
Yeah.
Given that
Why
mighty
is
speech.
it with advantage?
Because of that awesome speech. I always say
Alright.
depending on your speed.
Oh, thank God. Thank God for advantage.
So,
Yikes.
you kind of sound more like a mildly ticked off mom instead of full Karen rage, but you managed to instill a pretty strong message to the party overall for your speech.
Okay. Okay, well, I kind of got into it. Let's see. So, and actually, she's gonna kind of just bring it all together. Now, if any of you have anything to say, we do have a mission to get on. And she looks at Kenobi. Now, while you might not be able to get that glove back, it does entail some gold. Does that sound interesting? Kenobi?
Kenobi.
Just in the back of your head. Whatever.
Just arms
It's
crossed.
just like
And he just
Doesn't-
waddle away.
it's just like, oh, it's just, and she's just gonna put. It's like, well, I'll deal with that later. What about the rest of you?
I don't think I did anything wrong.
I was here
Marjani,
just in
Of
case
course not.
this started
Pat,
getting
pat,
broke,
pat.
so.
it's like, there you go, cock. Marjani will just look at Marius and be like, don't worry, okay? I'm sure the two of you will come around eventually. And she just kind of just looks around and just be like, eventually. Maybe not now, but
It
you know, soon.
it might take a while.
Uh,
So do you give him the details on the mission?
Alon's gonna.
details on the mission. Yeah, I guess because we didn't really tell anyone. Basically just gonna give them the rundown on what we're supposed to do. And I'm also gonna show them, yeah, that's basically it.
Mhm.
So basically, we got a mission from House
Galanda.
Galanda. Thank you, pronunciations. All right, Galanda. Basically saying their house agents discovered a group of vagrants living in the Liverwood estate. Littlewood.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Nice.
Littlewood, right? One of the oldest mansions in the city. Don't know if you know about it. They plan to do some renovations there, and they expect us to kind of, scout it out for a while. Basically, just making sure that there's no unwanted guests around that area. So I guess, a bit of cleanup, a bit of security work as well. That sound promising to you? Yeah,
The
so-
3 rules that we had.
I'm down. I need money.
All
Money is
Don't-
good.
Do not touch anything unless you absolutely need
Okay.
to. Do not cause any property damage. Any property damage will be taken out of your pay. Report any strange findings to the House Galan, however you pronounce that,
Galanda.
as
Galanda.
Galanda and the Dark Lanterns.
Cool.
Let's get to it.
All right.
To the mission.
As you head off to the mission, we're going to take a 20-minute break. we'll be back at 9:20.
I'm gonna get juice.
Yeah, that was intense but amazing. Great role playing. That was awesome.
Hey.
We are still live, correct?
Just to make
That
sure,
was awesome
because
and
I have
encouraging.
had a few games turn sour. No hard feelings about in-character stuff, right?
Oh no,
No,
that's
no.
all
How
RP,
do you
dude.
think, man?
I
I was
mean,
afraid you
I
were
had
upset about
fun.
it because of
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
we
blast.
That's no hard
No,
feelings.
no,
Yeah,
no,
man.
just 4.5 years of acting lessons.
Okay.
Dude,
Awesome.
I
Like,
loved it.
It was
That was
great.
great.
Honestly,
Great.
it was really great. Like, it was so
I'll be
great
right back,
for in
guys.
character for your character. Like,
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
was,
and my
yeah.
character is the youngest one here.
I could feel it when you basically just said like fine and just be like, okay then, all right.
Yeah, like if any of you can pull up the character sheet, you can just go to bio and look at the age section.
Well, see, my character saw two kids arguing behind a bookshelf, and we know how impulsive kids can be. So we're over there with Marius, who I have adopted now.
Oh yeah, there was a
That-
50-50 chance that
that's,
could have turned. There was a 50-50 chance that could have turned into a fist fight.
I know.
In
that's
case,
why.
that's
That's
why
why
I was
Alon
coming-
goes over there.
that's
What
why
you
I was
talking
coming
about,
over.
boys?
That's
Or
why I was coming
peoples?
over. If fists were gonna start throwing, I was gonna pick the two of you up by the scruff of your neck and just hold you there. It's like, you stop it right now.
The scary part is it probably wouldn't have been a fist from Marius. It would have been a lightning bolt from the chest.
Boys.
No.
I say fist fight as in us going all out and doing whatever we can to harm the other.
Mhm.
That would have been really entertaining, though. Like,
Oh, yeah, it
one-
would have
no
been
one ever is
entertaining,
mad
but-
at anybody. So, like, don't worry
Yeah.
about that. It's great role playing, and we really appreciate it. Like,
Yep.
you're totally
No
doing
hard
great in
feelings.
character. Yeah, like if you guys had decided to talk quietly, there's no way I would have heard you, so I wouldn't have done anything.
See, there's something everyone keeps forgetting. 99% of my conversations, unless I state they're out loud, my half is in the back of the person's mind.
Well, no, Marius said he was speaking loudly,
Yeah.
Yep.
so that's why I came over. Before that, you
His
notice I didn't.
Kenobi's main source of communication is direct mind
Yes,
telepathy.
it's
so-
direct mind.
Yeah.
So, like, when Marius said, there's no attempt to conceal this, I'm being very loud, I was like, okay, cool, coming over.
Mhm. Marius
Also,
right now is in an emotional state because of everything that's
Yeah.
going on with his friend and
Okay, I
everything
took
that's
it to the
going
first
on,
room then.
everything that's happening. So that's the reason why he's acting the way that he is about it. He's, as far as he's concerned, he's in the right for doing what he did.
Yeah, your character's over here with Golden Retriever Brain, just nice, loyal, friendly. And then mine is over here with Lizard Brain, just kick the child.
Child, kick the baby! Don't kick the baby!
But I have to admit, I am a little upset that I'm over here using the whisper to GM feature, and then the GM is just throwing his half of the conversation out loud.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problem that comes up with using the whisper to GM is the other people don't know what's going on, viewers or other players. Because if you whisper to GM
It
that you're going to
comes up
do
in the GM's section
right,
as a yellow block
Yeah, but
area.
we don't see
of text.
anything of all of it.
right. But if there's something that we can do in reaction to that, for example, a perception check or anything else like that, we don't know to do that at the time. You understand where that comes from with it?
Yeah.
Because like if you walk up to, if
But
you
I
walked
feel like
up to,
perception checks should be when you're actively looking for something, and
right, but if you walk up to Marius, for example, and you're acting kind of shady with stuff, I should be able to get a perception check on the actions that you're doing if it's to my character, that type of thing.
fair. Noise warning in case it's a bit loud.
All right, I'll be right
Don't
back.
mind me. I'm just sitting here snacking. So I just turned my camera off because nobody wants to see that. So
Why can't I hear anyone?
Oh, that was getting a little too warm.
Okay.
Grabbing
There we go.
beverage.
Me too.
Beverage.
Hey, darling, will you throw those clothes in the drawer for me, please? Yeah. It's like 9:05 now. Machine is
9:05.
dry in the morning.
And if not, wear them wet.
You said a 20-minute break, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll be back till 9:20.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So while we were on here earlier, when I was muted, my wife came by and she's like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "Live streaming." She's like, "Oh, so I shouldn't go behind you and do this?" I'm like, "No, probably not."
No way!
Oh no.
Wait, what did she do? I missed it.
She's like, "I
His
guess I
wife
shouldn't go behind
flashed
you and
Oh,
go
out
like
she
of
this."
flashed?
frame.
Okay,
His wife
Lol.
flashed him out
do
of frame. That's gorgeous.
do me a favor and high five your wife for me.
Yeah, no, I love your wife. She's the best.
She is funny. Wife is awesome. Yes, she is awesome. I should go find the kitten and show you guys the kitten. Give me one
Kitten?
moment,
Do it.
guys.
Did you say kitten?
Wait. Kitty.
I want to see that little fuzzy baby.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot.
So, can someone explain just a tidbit, what's exactly going on right now, just so I can kind of get an overview? I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
Oh, look at the
Aw.
kitty.
Oh, it's so
my
cute.
goodness. I'm
Okay,
sorry I turned into the biggest softie around cats, but oh my the little Siamese, she's so cute. Oh.
All right,
My
so
day
what
just
did
got
you mean
better.
by going on, like in the game itself?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, my ears get
That is
everywhere.
Salem, nicknamed Murder Mittens, because she
Murder
claws the shit out of me.
In the game itself, essentially, without all the foreshadowing, because my hair is everywhere. I joined the Agents of Change because I was approached in like the big shopping center. These other people were approached as well and joined all for our own reasons. I joined for money because I owe a lot of money. Who's that?
All offer different positions and the opportunity to work with the Dark Lanterns. Basically,
Okay.
a different organization that can offer us money, a place to stay, and a bit more of a prosperous career than whatever it is that you are doing now.
And they offered
Okay.
to help with my kleptomania issue.
They offer to help find the cure for my father's illness. I'm an orphan, and my father took me in, mysteriously got sick one day, trying to find the cure, or in this case, enough money to buy all the doctors in this world.
Okay.
And in his dream, he just exploded.
He kind of like slowly like Indiana Jones turned to a skeleton and turned to bones and died. So that's never a good sign.
We're on a break.
That's never a good sign.
I see fingers.
Stop. No.
Somebody's trying to finger Alondra.
Oh God.
Live fingering, dear gosh.
No. Come here, DJ.
Where's that cheesy
DJ.
music that was playing before this?
Bow, chicka, chicka,
That
chicka,
was
bow,
my
chicka, 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 bow,
wonderful,
chicka, 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 wow,
mysterious
wow.
husband.
Hello, mysterious husband.
May I
Mature
say
stream.
hello? Mature stream for real. We doing
All right.
No fucking shit. This is a mature stream, so.
Who's ready for another piece of licorice?
Oh, that stuff looks good.
They are good.
Do what? Maybe.
And they are, right now, they were on sale. $1.98 for a pack.
Oh.
Where'd you go?
No
Yeah, where did
frills.
you go? Oh, those look so good. I want some.
So yummy.
I got crackers.
I also got some of the caramel wafer cookies. They're like a Dutch
Oh,
treat or
those
something
are
like
really
that.
good.
Those are so yummy.
I
It's like
usually have
2
some
pieces of waffle
coffee.
with caramel in the middle.
Called a stroopwafel.
Yeah, I don't know. Wafer cookie with wallet with
Those
syrup
are
in the middle.
really good.
Yep. But it's really good if you take it with your cup of coffee and you put it on top of the coffee and it steams it together.
Mm-hmm.
This guy knows
but I
what's
don't
up.
drink coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Or hot chocolate or apple cider, some kind of hot beverage. Or what I usually do, because I'm not a huge fan of coffee or hot beverages, I just put it with a little bit of milk in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then I dunk it in there.
Don't let him lie. He uses D's nuts.
Thank you for bringing back a dead meme.
Oh, it's still.
Hang on. What do you mean dead?
No. Because someone came in the mail.
Got
today.
him.
Guess what? These nuts. Ha! Got you. Got you. The best part is that dude is laughing so hard at the fact that he just said these nuts.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face? So
Slap.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That meme shall never die.
But seriously though, some of these lines to stay in character hurt a little to say.
All right. I've got something for you guys. I'm going to put it into the Zoom chat here. If you guys like anime and TikToks, there's the origin of anime TikToks.
Memes channel. Something for me to waste your time.
I put like ombre some red into it, I guess. I got some salon that'll do it though. Yeah.
Yes.
No. Everywhere else here.
Next thing you know, you're going to put on the This Is Sparta remix.
Just watch it. It goes through a bunch of like different ones.
Oh, I gotta wash my hair tonight. Oh. Boop, boop, boop.
Did you just put your hair in pigtails? Oh no, it looked like pigtails for a second. Kwashi, you want memories? Have you ever seen the Lost Smurfs episode?
I'm sorry, is that the one where they go, we're not blue, we're not blue, we're green, adjust your television?
No, it's the one with the Papa Smurf. Can I lick you up?
Okay.
I'll try and find it for you if you'd like. It's funny.
Yes, please. By the way, I am going to apologize in advance to our new player because in character, Kenopi will now and forever be referring to them as Saint Fluffer.
All right, here you go, guys. Link to that one. There you go.
My nose is so itchy.
Amputate.
Yeah.
I see a husband in the background.
You see him?
Hi, husband.
DJ, come here. DJ, come here. Everyone's saying hi to you.
Hello, husband.
You're
We can see your bear. We can see you on TV.
You stealth at -20.
God, that was the lamest.
Everyone else thought it was funny.
Oh, they thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, what the actual fuck?
I haven't even like looked at it because like I know better than to click on Mike's links, okay? Like I
Just
know
don't-
better.
Jojo's laughing. He remembers it. He's like, I know this one.
I know what this is.
I need to take a second.
You made him leave.
The other one that's always good is the all your base. Do you know that one,
Why is
Jojo?
it two?
Oh,
why is it
yeah.
2.5 minutes long? Is my question.
No question needed.
I love the fact that Snoop Dogg's in it. Here it is. All right, here's another one for you guys. This one's not as bad as the last one.
No.
Here you go. This
I am
one's actually not
clicking
bad.
on any of those links.
There's not the
No,
not the Newgrounds
not
one there
not
if you don't want.
one.
The other two are funny. The middle one's
Me over
funny.
here
It's
with
just it's
zero
dirty.
stuff.
This one.
Me over here with zero self-preservation, clicking every.
All your base belong to us.
There you go.
I don't know what I just came back to.
Funny links.
Cheers.
If you look in the Zoom, there's a few links for you to watch.
Okay.
Save yourself.
Especially start with the Newgrounds one, okay?
No.
Okay.
No. It's my back, so scratch that down there.
Oh no.
Good times of shitty internet videos.
So this is Sparta ones are fucking hilarious. I love those.
Always the best ones.
Used to replay the shit out of those.
I love the one where it shows him like rocking back and forth with the smile head, and then it shows the splatter of
I
white
miss
stuff on the
those.
girl's face.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh God. Okay.
that's like
I clicked
old
on
school
one.
YouTube, like
Yo.
2006.
Which one did you click on?
2007.
Hey, then what one did you click on? I didn't hear what you said.
I think it translated to "I hate you."
What the fuck did I watch?
Was that the Lost
What?
Smurfs
That's what
episode?
I said.
I think I'm pretty much desensitized
Yeah.
to everything at this point, so it doesn't surprise me. Plus, I
Like,
saw
I
that
clicked in the
one.
middle of it and was like,
Good
no.
time to come back.
Yes.
I have
Jimmy
returned.
Caterpillar, like.
Oh man. All right. Let's get back in the swing of things.
Hey. Whoops, so you don't mess up your thingy.
So-
Bad.
On the map, you were also told that the Littlewood estate was located just off the Crystal Bridge on the Upper City. Now, before you go, I'd like to remind you all of something. Caleb and Marjani and Kanopi, there are wanted posters for you across the city.
Yeah,
How
Oh,
do you
yeah.
wish to proceed?
just some disguises would be nice.
I guess that's our only option. Disguises.
And what
Yes,
kind of
indeed.
disguises would you like to take on?
I guess. Oh, are there like religious factions in the city that basically have like, masks by any chance? Like,
Make me a religion check.
religion?
I'm an outsider, so I got no help in this.
13.
13.
13. You are an outsider and you have only really ever fallen under the religion of Baldry your entire life. You can assume that other religious in this city would likely have face coverings as they would with any other part of Eberron, but you can't really pinpoint a certain religion which would have covers on their face. You just know that you could potentially get away with such a thing.
Okay. I guess the best, I think, not sure if I could get Caleb to do it though. I could probably pass for
Caleb?
it, but
We could shave you.
yeah. It's like a dog with a
Never.
But we need to make it so that you're not noticed. If
This
we
one
cut
can
your
hold him
hair
down.
And shave your beard. No, you'd have to do it willingly. But if we trimmed your beard and trimmed up your hair, we could make you look like a completely different person. The
Can
the
I
attitude
burn it
and
off?
stuff is different, but looks-wise, we can change your looks.
I think burning
Can I
would go
burn
against
it off?
his plans of civility.
Well, he's a
No,
tiefling, he's
you're-
fire resistant.
You're magic. Why can't you just, magic me in disguise and transform me into something else?
I will
That
look
would be
at him.
Kanopi's
Yeah.
specialty.
I don't have that type of ability.
Yeah.
Red, are you with us?
Red?
I'm here.
They turn to you for a disguise for Sir Forsen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we listening to me now?
Do the... Not even looking at you.
I could burn him instead.
Marjani will go up to her and be like, okay, so we have two options. One, we can carry the lumbering giant man who is very wanted in this city, and basically have him, blow our cover, or you could try and help us to disguise him. Plus, I know you're very good at that. You're like top tier. What about it?
Look, how long are we going out? I have limited uses left on my makeup and outfits, so
How long
either
would you-
I need funds to replenish as soon as possible after this whole endeavor, or I need to know how long we'll be out.
It depends on your method of travel. If
I'm
you
gonna
wish
pull
to...
Caleb aside
Hmm.
while they're talking.
Alright. Marius, you know that traveling by foot would take you about an hour to get to the Littlewood estate from where you guys currently are. But if you took the lightning rail, it would be half an hour instead, but it would also cost some money to do so. A carriage would get you there in 45 minutes. It would be a bit cheaper, but also a bit slower.
If I might
think-
also add, Lightning Rail is also much more public, probably
Yeah,
monitored
I was
by the
gonna say
city's
that.
guards.
Absolutely.
Carriage
They-
would
yeah.
probably be our best bet. That way, all of us can head inside the carriage, go to the Littlewood estate, drop us off in like a little area where no one can see us, and then just wait for us. And then, we get back in the carriage, and we're back at the Dark Lanterns.
I feel in the situation where we use the carriage, it would be a lot easier because even if the coachman basically
No
decides to, like,
disguises, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just use
we
the
can
carriage.
just bribe him and that should be it.
It's just easier for everybody.
Alana's gonna speak up. The halflings that are hunting Caleb, they travel by carriage pretty frequently, and they have connections with Marius's family as well. So, do you want to do that?
So I'm hearing I'm burning through my disguise supplies. You guys are paying for the carriage and getting me a new kit during this.
This is like so high. They're like so high maintenance at this point.
I honestly-
Cog is just happy to be there.
Caleb, I honestly think the trimming of the hair and the beard would probably be the best thing for you. It changes your face completely. It'll help you to blend in. And you won't look anything like your wanted poster.
Very well. I don't like it, but I'll do
Or plan B, I have some means of making your beard look longer.
You're gonna basically braid his beard.
Cog is shaking his head.
Hey, you're an emerald dragon, right?
Yes, what of it?
Okay. Can you produce emeralds like at will?
That's
Like
not
the
how
dragon?
it works.
I don't know.
No.
You're related to a genie in some form or fashion. Can you grant me wishes?
I'm
Fair
actually
point.
related to gold dragons, but
Fair point.
So
I'm
can you make
not
gold?
related to genies. They don't exist. Yeah, if I burn enough metal, yeah, sure, I can make gold, but it takes a lot.
Ooh. All right. Well, come on, Caleb. Let's go see what we can do. And I'm gonna
Everyone
go.
I'm
who's going
just
for
saying, gold
disguises,
dragons
meet me
have
over in the
cords.
side.
I'm gonna take him down somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
going to brush out his hair. I'm gonna brush out his beard. I'm gonna use my sleight of hand to trim his beard up nice and neat. Make
Go
it look
ahead.
Like a nice outfit, like a nice facial beard, and I'm going to trim his hair shorter. I'm gonna leave it still somewhat long, pull it back into like a noble's type braid,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Go ahead, make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. What did I get? Let's
See,
a 10.
you've always received haircuts yourself. You haven't really given haircuts to other people. So your
That's
job
still
is
passable.
very rough, and you tried to brush his beard, and by brush I mean forcefully grab his beard and like use a brush to like go carve through all of the beards, and it kind of makes it look messier than it was before. And as you're trimming his hair, you kind of do like the shaving mistake of like trimming off a bit too much hair at the back, and there's just a noticeable buzz cut where
Really?
there's just no hair at the back, and you trim it
With a 10?
with a 10, but you rolled a 3 is the thing.
Yeah, I know, but I got a +7 to it. That means
That's
I rolled
true.
a 10.
Yeah, that it
Like,
could have
that's
been a
still,
lot worse.
That's still passable.
Exactly,
That's still
it's
usually
still
a pretty
passable.
decent.
It still looks pretty decent. His beard doesn't look much different, but his hair is much shorter, a little too short in spots, which you will notice. But it is enough so you can tie it back at the very least. It's a bit of a rough job, but you make it work, especially considering it's the first time you've given a haircut instead of receiving one.
Kid, I am going to break your
Yeah,
thumbs.
you were just shaking like a dog who went to the like barber against his will.
Well, I did the best I could.
All right.
So who's getting disguises and haircuts and whatnot from me?
I
was
well,
going to suggest something until someone forcibly gave me a haircut, but no!
Nah, this is better. You all see Caleb with a even messier beard than before and a buzz cut of sorts. With a bit too much hair missing at the back, but it's much shorter.
Okay, no.
You should've just let me
Everybody else
burn
can
it.
wait. You come here.
You just like start dragging this pissed off barbarian aside. You try to grab his hand, but he just smacks it away.
Someone get Marius far away from me.
Why does
Come
everyone hate you, Marius?
Come with me. I'm going to fix you.
I turn to Marius and I say, Looks like a pretty good job to me.
I thought so too.
For one without hair, looks pretty good. And Kenopi, what are you going for right now? A full disguise, or are you just going for a proper haircut?
We start with proper haircut.
Sleight of hand with advantage, because you're good at this sort of thing.
I figured I would have been good. I have expertise in sleight of hand.
Oh, I know. You still did decent. You just could have rolled a lot better. 10 for me is like passive, like barely passable.
Oh god.
all I'm
Kenopi,
doing,
Caleb.
all I'm doing
Wow.
is evening it out.
That's
So,
wow.
Caleb, your beard is brushed once again. Not as forcefully this time, but Kenopi, you almost get stuck in his beard as you're trying to brush it, and you cut his hair again. You don't have any more bald spots on your head, but it still is a little rough around the edges. There's like, it's kind of like that short spiked haircut you've seen in the 90s all over the place. It's something like that. It's passable, but it could be better.
Just as long as I don't have any
Guys.
fucking frosted tips.
No, God, no. That's a nat one. That's a nat one for Kenopi.
Kenopi,
Thank
you
Yeah.
are disappointed with your work?
I really am.
Yeah.
I could have been so much better.
And Caleb, you're just pissed once again. You wish all these damn people would stop
over
touching your hair.
I'm already upset about the gauntlet, then this travesty, and then the fact that he was probably shaking with rage as well.
Yeah, you're just having a bad day, both of you.
We really are.
The three of you, actually, because Caleb. What's your next step towards this disguise?
Yeah, both of us are having a
Eventually,
bad day.
Marius is
So
gonna
who's
have
next?
a bad day, but
I'll be
that's
next.
not a problem. So.
No, I want to
Alright.
try something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Elan is gonna go, no. Let me help, okay? Pulls out, and let me check and see if I don't have something better.
By the way,
Perfect.
Can I
DM,
use prestidigitation for this?
Sorry, Kenopi, you were saying?
I'm just asking if you can tell me when the next time we take a short or long rest happens, because I have an ability that hits when we hit that, and haven't heard about a short or long rest this entire time.
Yeah, no worries. You would have had a long rest, the night before, actually. After
no,
you were
I,
done the party.
I
And-
assumed, but given the fact I have to have a very particular item in the room with me when we go for a long rest, just
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Lantra, you can use prestidigitation to give you advantage. But you still have to make a roll.
Right, I was gonna use prestidigitation to fix his haircut.
That would still require a roll. Because he just has so much of it. But you
I
do
like
have
how
advantage.
I like how everybody is just focusing on this guy. Just one.
Alrighty.
Okay, so what did you want me to roll?
Actually, nah, if it's just cleaning up the hair, you're not doing any, like, fancy haircuts or anything like that, then
no,
you don't
just
have to
cleaning
roll.
it up, making it look presentable.
Alrighty, so you kind of snap your fingertips, and with that, this fiery wave kind of goes through his hair, fixes like all of the spiked tips, restores a bit of the hair on his back that was shaved off, and straightens out the beard a little bit more to make him look more presentable. It's still not great, but it's much more presentable than it was before.
Cool. Ba-doom. Alright,
At
Marjani.
least that's better. Better than the original.
Grumpy.
Can everyone
Caleb.
please stop cutting my hair?
Look, I fixed your hair, bro. I fixed it.
Thank you. Leave
Can't
it
have
the
you walking
fuck
around
alone.
looking sloppy.
hey, two of us went to fix his mistakes.
Marius doesn't think
I just
I'm-
look. Caleb just looks over at Marius and says,
Mhm.
Marjani will just gonna look over at Marius and just be like,
Should I exterminate Caleb, Marius?
It's like, no, stop.
No.
Alright, this one will pretend like nothing bad happened.
Yes, we shall all do that. And Marjani will go up to Kenopi and basically be like, a little mask would work. Something that will hopefully not keep me, will keep me a bit. Well, something to keep me a bit in. And she's gonna
Okay,
also ask.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I don't know if it's my end or your end, but you are really quiet
You are
to
a
me.
little bit on the quiet side, and I was just gonna say.
It's the microphone. I had it like turned up every single time. Sorry.
No worries, that's better.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to turn it back down. Yeah, she was basically asking to kind of do up something a bit simple, get a mask, something to keep her, out of, keep her out of attention. And as she's doing this, she's gonna say, actually, since we're on this topic, I would like you to give me a new look. And I shall post it inside game chat on Discord. That is what I want.
Oh, on Discord. Okay. Oh, damn! Mohawk.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Yeah, Mohawk
Purple
and
axes.
dreads. Nice.
Looks like a black shield made him. That is fucking sexy.
That is
Yes.
cool. So that's the
Okay,
couple of
so we're going to do that, but with one small change.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take it where it fades from black to white.
I love it. I can
Alright,
do that.
That will require another haircut.
Oh, please don't mess me up. Fingers crossed.
I'm gonna say you have advantage though, since you have a reference of what design you'd want to work with.
Just calm my nerves, breathe it out.
Take a deep breath.
I will stay very
Roll
still.
2 natural ones.
Oh my god, no. Just shave
You
the
are
ball.
bald. Bald!
You know what? Let me shut up before this actually jinxes it.
She rolls 2 natural ones, and instead of getting mohawk, she shaves all this part and leaves this all
Alright,
long.
Kenobi, give us that roll.
Oh no.
Oh.
You fucking jinxed me!
Hey, it's not natural one. So, Mohawk, you've never cut a Mohawk before. You've cut many styles, but Mohawk ain't one of them. And you tried to cut it in a Mohawk, but it's more so you just shave off the other parts of the hair and just leave like a tiny little strip on like the center of his head. It's not a natural one, so you don't completely shave it off or cause any damage to his head. However, you also don't get
Please
like...
tell me the fade is good at least.
Yeah, it's got a decent fade, but it's not quite there, and you don't get like the dreadlocks on the side that you wanted from the haircut as well. So it's more just like a crow top or something like that, whatever it's called, and
Crop top?
stuff.
Crop top.
Yeah, it's more like a crop top instead of a mohawk.
I will look at her and basically be like, well, yeah, at least people won't be looking for me. I guess when they see me, they'll be thinking of a chicken. But okay.
Trying to sound polite.
I'm just going to place my hand on her shoulder and be like, I am so sorry. I am having a terrible day. I think
Marjani will just look at it. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, we all have bad days. I mean,
These ones
That's
look
bad.
different now, at least.
she's gonna just kind of talk on the side. Well, not as bad as you are, but yes, there's good days. But yeah, she's trying to be very comforting, but at the same time, she's just kind of looking at herself. She's like, oh,
It's great. It's
It's-
so good.
good. I
Alright.
love it.
And this is what launcher looks like now for those who did not get a chance to see it.
Yep.
Alright.
I replaced the token.
Is that all the
just so that
preparation?
people could-
Sorry, go on.
I'm gonna change mine too.
Alright.
Can I, before we go on, can I like reflavor it that when we get back, I can actually fix my hair just like how
Yeah.
it's supposed to look? Okay, great.
Yeah, if you take the time and you take the long rest to fix it up, you can probably fix it up properly.
Yeah,
At least
'cause-
more properly. Because you
Yeah,
did cut off
'cause-
a lot of hair.
So
I
Yeah,
will-
plus we've got
So-
the crazy inventors wherever they are. So they could probably do something to restore hair.
Fingers
Hey,
crossed.
I got a question.
Sure.
I pick up Caleb's hair off the ground. I put it up to his head and I cast mending.
I just kind of push
Doesn't-
Marius away.
As you push him aside, you hold out your hand, Marius, and your marking lights up in blue energy as the pieces of hair slowly float up and just kind of like place themselves onto your hair, Caleb, as the sweat and grime of them just slowly slides off of your body.
So does it mend together?
I don't think that
Mending
works.
Yeah.
requires
it would
different
work.
materials. It needs something to stick onto, like metal
You basically
reattaching
just
itself.
threw a bunch of
It's-
hair at me that you just picked off the ground.
Yeah,
No. What it is it's because hair is dead skin. It's not living tissue anymore.
Mending,
This
So-
comes to the
Yeah,
question
mending is
of-
dead.
Can't mend flesh. So
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
mending
a
but I
single
think it's
break
just
or a tear
digitization.
in an object. He is
So
not
one
an
hair gets
object.
attached.
Such as broken chain link, 2 halves of broken key, torn cloak and line skin. As long as the break or tear, it has to attach itself to an object, not a living person.
Right, but
Yeah.
it's an object that's
not a
broken.
living
So
person. It's still
It's
a
an
living
object
person.
that's
It's attached to
broken.
Yeah.
a living person.
But it's attached to a living. I don't know how to explain this.
all right, that's
Uh,
fine.
Sorry.
The answer is no because it's too complicated.
I
Alright.
guess a better way to put it is like you're putting hair against each other. Hair doesn't naturally attach itself. If you put glue on like a broken piece of like vase or something like that and attach it to the vase, it will fix itself. If you attach hair to a human being, that would be extremely painful and wouldn't get the same result. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's called a hair weave.
So funny.
But no, I was
That-
just wondering. I
Oh, no
was
worries.
thinking it might work because it's the same type of thing as a piece of wire when it's broken,
Mhm.
and then you put them back together, the two pieces, and you cast mending.
yeah.
It would make it one whole solid wire again.
Well,
So that's what I was thinking.
yeah, that's a really creative way to use it. It's just my only thing is it's for objects specifically,
Okay.
and prestidigitation
Okay.
is more so for cleaning up like human beings or natural surfaces or anything along those lines.
hmm
Alrighty,
I have both.
is there? Yeah, there you go. If you want to try
I know we-
prestidigitation, you can attach his hair that way. I'll
I
allow
know
it.
we can't. Well, Elandra
Okay,
already,
hang on,
already
hang on,
casted
hang on. If-
prestidigitation on me, so
Yeah.
all of my hair is already thing. So I look the same.
Yeah, basically.
Hang on,
You
that
still
means I
need
can
to
do.
disguise me.
Hang on, that means I can do round
thought-
No, just
two
because of the
on your.
beard.
That means I can do
I
round
thought
two on your hair if you'll give
Yeah,
me another.
your hair is cut shorter. You don't look exactly the same as before. It's just the bald patches were fixed up. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
mhm.
Any inconsistencies, more so.
Okay,
were
I
cleaned
see.
up.
My mistake.
No worries. Is that all you're planning to do for your disguises?
Well, I kind
I
of
mean,
changed my
Elandra
outward
doesn't look the-
appearance.
Yeah,
I-
I am going to hand out masks of different styles to everyone that wants them.
I don't have to change, right? I'm not wanting.
You're not wanted.
No,
Yeah,
you're
you're
not.
fine.
No.
Yeah. You're just like, I want to be part of this too.
Nobody wants you. Wait, what?
Yeah, make me a performance check, Kenobi, to see how good your disguises turn out to be.
That I
All of
can
us
do.
give you a performance check.
Oh,
Performance
no,
check?
just-
Or
Barrel.
would that be?
I'm
Would
gonna
that be
say.
performance, or would it be a disguise
Hold
kit
up,
check?
hold up.
Oh
hold
yeah,
up, hold
disguise
up.
get check, right? Because that's a
Give me a-
separate check. So
give me a
disguise
second.
get check.
Wait, before he does that.
Yes.
Guidance?
Yes, guidance, because, you know,
Give him the guidance.
Oh, you're not touching me, are you?
I'm scared.
What'd you get?
No, please don't touch me.
All right, so guidance.
You don't need to be touched, Ela. You're good.
Yeah, so you how did I flavor guidance before? Your
purple
eyes
one.
begin to light up with this purple energy as you touch Kenopi's shoulder. And Kenopi, you feel this, you are surrounded by this purple glow as you feel more inspired to pull out the best costumes for these disguises. And I'm gonna say you guys only roll performance check when you're trying to be like your
13.
characters. So it's 13, and you do a pretty good job. Marjani's pretty easy. You just find the equivalent of a skull mask, and give him that and call it a day. You know certain religions here have masks of a similar make, and you give him like a nice black cloak to go with it. Caleb's a little more difficult, but you kind of find him a nice set of villagers' clothes to make him look more normal, and you kind of like throw that on to him unwillingly, and give him some nice jeans to go with it, and you seem less like a man that wants to kill everyone and more like a normal guy that wants to kill everyone.
An angry farmer.
Yeah, you're like an angry farmer. Just as
Angry
dirty and
farmer.
sweaty and hairy.
Angry farmer.
I'll post it
You're a
in the,
village person.
Alright.
The
Okay.
village man.
Oh, wait,
Let me see if I can do it here.
So it'll be 45 minutes by carriage, correct?
Yes. So do you hail a carriage?
Hang on, I've got to get my disguise set up.
Go for it. But with you can use the same roll as before if you wanted, or you can try a new one, but you have to make the new roll.
For the person who was asking, I put the formula of the gift thing inside Zoom. If you the link has to be from Giphy. That's where you have to find it. So you can't get it anywhere else.
The link didn't actually show up in chat for me.
No.
It just shows Quashi and then blank.
No, I'm talking about Zoom. Zoom. I changed it to Zoom because it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Kenopi, what kind of disguise do you want to go for?
Well, I am going to mumble some things under my breath and then snap my fingers and have a silver flame wash down my person, transforming this emerald dragonborn to a white dragonborn.
Alrighty, so the floating curtain comes out once again, circles around you as this purple energy kind of bursts out from within the curtain as the curtain pulls.
No curtain.
Well, this is just like a magical curtain, like a flavored curtain.
Yeah, but he's saying he's not doing it as a curtain. He's just doing it over his body. The silver flame rushes over his body and changes him.
Fair enough. The silver flame kind of emanates through your body, and you are instantly transformed into this white dragonborn. Was it white or silver? Sorry.
White.
White dragonborn. Same size, but now you've got some pretty white scales instead. So you all decide to hail a cab. As you're kind of in the midst of a city, kind of walking through traffic, Marius, you kind of see a cab kind of floating ahead, magically floating ahead with two Pegasi carrying it afloat as you're just like, hey, over here! Just like hailing for a cab and flies overhead all of you and lands on, as the horses gently land on the ground with a huge carriage right behind it as the carriage door swings open and you hear a voice say, "Hop in, hop in, hop in."
I look at the person. Does it look familiar?
You don't see a person just yet. You see the back of the carriage open up, but the front entrance seems to have... make me a perception check.
Everybody? Or just him?
Anybody who wants to see who's driving.
Yeah, because the singing
Give me
is
just
gonna
a
throw
minute,
me
I'm doing a
off.
thing.
Yeah.
Yay.
Jesus.
Mike, you see a dragonborn fellow with red scales and a huge grin on his face. Looks a little older for wear. Like, some of his skin seems to be wearing out, and he's got, like, gray hair on top of his scales, but he seems to be in quite the good mood. Kenopi, you have no idea who's even driving this. In fact, you believe nobody's driving this. Maybe the horses are sentient. Maybe they're the ones riding the cab.
I just remembered my passive perception.
Same with you. Same with you, Caleb. The horses are coming to claim their jobs, man.
Alright, I'll climb into the wagon.
Yeah, I'll
carriage.
take it.
Where may I take you this fine day, sir?
We're heading to the Littlewood Estates, please.
The Littlewood Estates, the Littlewood Estates, not a single soul in there in quite some time. As you all head into the carriage and the door magically slams shut. And you begin flying in the air, which is a bit disorienting for all of the newcomers to the city, but for anyone else, it's just a typical day. As Dregbor says, "What brings you to such a lonely abode?"
Business.
It's
Anything more than business, sir.
like just business. As Marjani is just kind of trying to keep her stomach together.
Business it is. Business it is. Tell you what, I'll give you something half off. You can guess my age.
Let's see.
With my perception check, would that have given me a hint?
You get the fact that this is an older fellow, like past his. I have to look up how long Dragonborn lived because I pulled this out of my ass. 1 second.
I feel like it's like 50, right?
Yeah,
Around 50?
you get the fact that he's an older fellow. Make me a history check.
Around
Both of
80
us?
years.
Yeah, shh.
80.
Shh. He's not supposed to know that. In fact, you do not know that they live about 80 years. You know that they mature around the age of 15. You're not quite sure how long they live for. But you get the
Okay.
impression that this is definitely an older fellow, at least past his 50s.
Okay, I'd
Marsh.
say 75.
Anyone else?
Marjani will look at him and basically be like, look like an old fellow. Well, rather fine young for his age. I'm gonna say 61.
61, going once, going twice. As he looks around.
50. 50.
50, you're awfully generous, sir.
200.
I'm gonna.
A few hundred, but Dragonborn can't live that long. But thanks for playing, anyways. He looks to you.
42.
You're far too
72.
generous, far too generous. Man who guessed 60 wins. My age is 65. He gets half off on his carriage. Rest of you pay full price.
It's like, hey,
He said 65.
this is 61.
65. You said
65.
61. You were
So I got
closest.
close.
And I said 70.
Wait, who said 61?
I said 61.
Oh, I got you two mixed up. It turns to you, Marjani, and says that to you instead of the rest of the party. My apologies. I am out of
Okay.
it today for some reason. As you all head to the Littlewood Estate, we're gonna change the music a little bit.
Hey.
As this is largely what appears to be an isolated little estate, kind of floating above the sky, eerily quiet, just covered in all sorts of vines and ferns. It's this multi-layered mansion with what was once probably beautiful white walls and stone tile rooftop is now just kind of worn out and decayed over time. As the carriage kind of flies you over and takes you right to the front door without any real attention whatsoever coming around. It's quiet. Too quiet. And in fact, this house isn't even technically attached to the rest of the city. It's kind of isolated off about five minutes away from it. He says, "Only way to get here is by carriage, so good choice on your part."
Dope.
I like
Nice.
ya. I
Oh,
like ya.
Marius, sorry, what was your name, ma'am?
Marjani.
Marjani, that'll be 5 silver pieces. Rest of you play 1 gold, please.
How much is silver? 5.
Five
Five
silver is
silver.
half a gold.
5
Half a
silver is
gold.
half a gold.
10 silver,
Okay.
1 gold. So
Okay. Just
I just politely hand over my single gold piece and.
As do I.
Same.
Alright. Kanopi and Landria, do you hand over your gold piece?
Yeah.
Alright. As you step out of the carriage, he takes the pigs and they lean back, fly up in the air, and the carriage is off, leaving you alone at this wonderful estate. You also notice there's kind of a river passing through the creek and possibly just falling down off on the side of the building. What do you do? It's pretty silent.
First, I'm gonna roll investigation to investigate my surroundings.
All right. Is there anything in
Uh,
particular you'd like to see or uncover?
I want to look and see if there's any signs of like on the outside of the house. If it looks like there's any like pieces that have been broken. Looks like anybody has broken in. Destruction, carnage, bodies.
Yeah,
things
go
like
ahead and
that.
make me an investigation check.
Ouch.
Fuck.
Question.
You look at your own feet the entire time and forget to look up.
I'm probably just still pissed about my hair.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just too busy trying to fix that up.
I have a passive perception of 20. Would that be able to get me anything?
Ooh. Yeah, I'd say with a passive perception of 20, you don't notice any sign of break in the house except for the front door, which appears to be kicked in.
Okay then. Observant feet. Okay, great.
Did we take our weapons?
Yeah,
I-
we'll
Of
seem
Okay.
unless you guys otherwise state otherwise, you'll take your weapons when you leave and leave your weapons when you come inside. Just for-
Does Marjani like tell us, or can we all see that the door has been kicked open?
Do you tell them, Marjani?
Yeah, I would definitely tell them.
You relay
Seeing
that
this,
information to the
Caleb
party?
takes his axe off of his back and readies it on his shoulder, kind of ready for that.
Marjani will basically reach a hand out and basically look at him and remind him, we only kill the stuff that's necessary. Okay? We can't
No
break
destruction.
anything. Awesome.
I'll try.
Marius will draw his rapier,
Nice.
and I'll be like,
Shing!
I think we should
I'll,
move in
I'll,
silently.
oh. Sorry.
Go on.
I will pull out the claws, and can I just say out of character, I love the fact that I didn't have to pay because I didn't say anything, and then the guy took off.
You know what? He's too dumb to know this, so I'll let that slide. However, he may be a bit stiffed about that later.
I mean, it's his
He
fault.
will
so-
remember that.
Yeah, he will remember that, exactly.
He will remember leaving before I could grab the coin. Good
He
to know.
will. He'll still be upset about that. Can't
All right.
blame him.
I think we should try going in stealthily.
All right,
I think a few
and
people might need a little bit of help, and I will cast guidance on our new paladin friend in the big, heavy, clunky armor.
so you kind of
Okey-dokey.
take out your, we'll say like your mechanical. Do you have like a mechanical glove or just like a compartment in your back?
My armor itself counts as my
Yeah.
casting implement now.
Yes. So
Because
you
I'm an
kind of
armor.
like slap the side of your like the shoulder plates and you see like a compartment of assorted pills, and you take out like guidance pills out of your side and offer one each to the party, making sure they drink some water along with it. And as you drink the pills, you feel suddenly inspired.
So,
Can you-
um,
Can you guidance yourself?
Yeah.
I can't take the pill. If it's,
Yeah.
if it's an actual
That's-
physical thing.
You just shake your head.
It still counts as a magical enhancement on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just kind of crush the pill and sprinkle it on him, and he still gets that inspirational energy. And I need a marching order. If you'd be so
I
kind.
suggest that I take front with
Oh, never
my,
mind.
my shield.
All right.
If someone can
I
help
will go
me,
behind the
if
shield.
someone can help me with stealth,
I will go last.
All right.
Oh,
I-
I
Give you guidance as well on your stealth.
All right. Elantra's
I feel
last.
like I should have.
I'll go in the middle.
All right. Middle. Marius, what about you?
You can take that.
Stealth.
I
What
will-
did you roll all together?
17.
Because I didn't see
You are
7.
wearing heavy armor, Tyler. Unfortunately.
with the 3, I got a 10. And by the way, Fluffer, inspired.
It's fine.
Nice. Who's inspired?
Product inspiration.
The Fluffer in the heavy armor.
Yeah. Well, you just kind of
Isn't
snap
that
your
one?
fingertips and you're inspired. I am going to say for my campaigns, a natural 1 is always a fail. So I'd recommend saving that bardic inspiration for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Marius, where would you like to go in the marching order?
I will go at the back.
All right, you'll be right in front of Elandra. Where do you want Cog?
Cog can go up in the front area too.
Alright, he'll be right behind Caleb. We'll put Kanopi there. Alright. So, everybody who wants to sneak and haven't made a stealth check already, please do so.
I got a 20, so.
I got a
Nice!
20.
Hold on, I'm doing a thing right
20.
now.
I got a 22.
Nice.
Got a 20.
On marching order, just put me as far away from the Kenneth as you can.
Well, unfortunately, the way you place each other, you're right next to each other.
Womp womp.
Correct.
Unfortunate. You tried to get ahead, but Caleb and Marjani say no.
No.
Alright.
And again, we are more combat effective than.
They're really trying to push us into the get along order.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised you didn't accept the olive branch that I gave you guidance, but okay.
alright. As you march on inside, most of you sneak pretty well, especially Caleb and Marjani, who are like very carefully tiptoeing, making sure not to step on any creeks. As
And
your
Marius.
new knight, who was just Marius, you're pretty sneaky as well. As
I
you're
rolled a 22. I hope
yeah,
so.
And
as
to,
you're
be fa-
go
to
on.
be fair on the guidance, Kenobi just sees it as we need to get through this as stealthily as possible. Don't get caught. Here's what you need to get past.
Yeah. As you say that, Saint Buffer is just very loudly clink his armor, knocking off as much stuff as possible, not breaking anything.
I should say,
Yeah.
I think that I'm stealthy.
Yeah, you were just like, hey, I'm being very quiet. As you kind of step into the large open hall. And by the way, it is pitch dark in here outside of a few windows, most of which are covered up by blinds. So dark
Goggles of
vision
night.
will apply here.
Damn it.
Goggles of night.
Yes, you kind of throw on your goggles.
Hold
And they
up,
work
hold
just
up.
like night vision goggles as everything kind of...
Caleb,
I think
Caleb,
you guys
come here.
forgot. What? Hold up.
Yeah,
What? Where? Who?
Marjani. Ah!
Okay,
As-
who does have dark vision?
I don't have dark vision.
Caleb
I
does
do
too.
not have.
I have dark vision.
You
I do
not have
not.
dark vision.
I do
Kanopi
have
and
dark vision.
Caleb do have
I
dark
do have
vision.
the light cantrip though.
Yep.
I have dark vision. It's a Ganassi trait.
Does
Nice.
does the
Ganassi
paladin have dark vision?
I do.
I do,
Awesome.
and Cog does as well. So I think it's only Kanopi and Caleb then.
Yeah, it's only us.
Yeah, so I gave it.
Thank you.
As you reach out into the stars and snap your fingertips, suddenly Caleb and Kanopi, your eyes turn purple as everything gets bathed in this dim light out of pure darkness.
Very well. I can work with this.
That's not fun.
All right.
I could always take it back.
What do
but
you
yeah.
guys do? There is 1 second. Where is the finny? I lost the symbol. That's good. I'll just give you that symbol for now. There is a door to your right in the main balcony. There's a door to your left in the main balcony, but also near the front entrance. There is a door to your left and a door to your right. Where do you wish to go?
So there's a door here, and a
Uh-huh.
door there.
And a door here, and a door here, and a door over there.
Okay, well, I think we should probably check these doors first since we come
Makes
by
the
them
most
first.
sense.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Want
I
to
agree.
split into 2 teams, each take one side?
Sure.
I mean, we're close enough, so I think that should be fine.
All right.
Alright.
So do we want to take the left side or the right side first?
Yeah, which team
I'll go
goes
on-
where? Place yourselves accordingly.
I'll
Well,
go on the
first
right
we have to
side.
figure out how we're splitting the
Left.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Clifford
just
is taking left.
all right, Caleb.
I'll take to the right, but
If that's the case, if the paladin is going to the left, I'll go to the right.
All right. Cog says, "Where do you need me, Marius?"
with me.
With you. Get understood.
Okay. I will go with the paladin
All right.
because needs help.
Zoop.
All right. So you 3 take that room. We'll take this room.
Wait,
Milan,
where
which
is?
way do you want to go?
Is the door locked? Is it just a simple door?
Whose
not gonna
team
chop
doesn't
it.
have enough people
I promise.
yet?
Alliance.
I think we're.
You're
I think we're-
perfectly even. You're the tiebreaker, basically.
I'm going to inspect the door for locked and trapped.
All right. So we'll go with the paladin side first.
Hey.
Paladin, for you, the door is unlocked as you open up and you see what appears to be a dining room of sorts. It's like those renovated homes where there's like blankets over everything so dust doesn't get too much dust does get built up. There's a blanket over the chandelier, blanket over the table, a fireplace on the opposite end of the chamber, and just all sorts of bottles just strewn out like across several different desks, mostly for presentation purposes to show off. Make me, as the three of you walk in, Kenopi, Marjani, and the Paladin, please make me a perception check.
Okay.
Show me your rolls.
Everyone said you're awesome, honey.
14.
Aw.
Hey, there you go.
8.
So, Marjani, as the others are kind of confusedly looking around, you immediately see a piece of something kind of wedged into the fireplace, and you kind of pull it out, blow it off, and it seems to be like a stone piece that has its end broken off. And it looks like almost part of a symbol of some kind, but it is incomplete, like the rest of it is missing.
I will relay back to the group and be like, hey, seems like we found a stone piece. I don't know exactly what it is. Can I roll history to see if I can recognize what these runes are, by any chance?
Yeah, make me a history check.
Hang on, if they're runes, wouldn't it be Arcana?
Arcana or history, either one works here, actually. Whichever's higher.
Okay.
Well, what? Alrighty. So,
Well, either way.
12, 7. You can't really
Oh.
quite get a mark. Go. If you had more of the markings, the two of you could probably learn more from this. But as it stands, you can't really garner much information.
Yeah, and I barely know anything.
I didn't
Okay,
go to a
this is
stuffy
just a
wizard
test.
school. I learned on the street.
Jojo,
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
This is
Jojo?
just a test. I want to
Yeah.
see if it pops up when I do this.
I sent you a message in Zoom there.
It did not. What did I do wrong? Why did my gift not work?
Oh, it's all good. So,
Oh, you forgot the space in between
Yep,
the
space.
brackets.
Oh,
Space in between the first brackets.
great. Okay,
meanwhile,
sorry.
Marius, your door is locked.
I'm going to search to see if there's any traps.
Alright, as you do so, whipping back to the Paladin real quick, you recognize this as part of a symbol. More specifically, a symbol of a house that has kind of been lost to time after all of these years, especially
Whoops,
in the
I'm
city of Sharn. And I gotta look up something really quick.
So I just want to say I love how the paladin fails the stealth roll, and then after I
Nat
give the
20.
point of after I give the point of inspiration, all the rolls are above 20.
Yeah, slightly. Slightly. Where? Oh, here it is.
Okay.
My mistake, I accidentally rolled perception, so I got an 11 for the investigation roll, and Mike got a 16 for our side.
Mike?
Yep.
I'm missing something.
Oh, wrong person.
All good.
Missing something here. Why is this?
Let me see now. Let me just check something.
Okay, I am missing some information for
Okay,
some
there we
reason.
go.
Love it when this happens.
There we go.
19! Nice!
No, that's just...
He was
that's-
just testing something.
that's testing stuff.
Oh.
This
That would've
He
been a good
accidentally
roll,
had the
though.
plus. He had to
Yeah.
accidentally put the passive perception +5 from observant.
Yeah, I
onto the
put it
active
wrong
roll.
place. Yeah.
You recognize this as the symbol for House Fidalis, otherwise known as the Mark of Handling, which has been a human/elven family that has been lost to time and has had a rather bloody history of, like, family members getting a little too close to each other, telling each other lies to basically start a civil war with each other, and because of that, they've just presumably died out after all of this time. And there's, as far as you know, weren't supposed to be any knowledge of their return in the city of Sharn, as far as you know.
I'll relay that message. I remember this. It's a marking of a civil war. Old marking. I'm very surprised to see it in this house in particular.
Sorry. Meanwhile, what was the perception check for?
The investigation that I rolled a 16 on was to look for traps on the door.
Yes, you kind of analyzed the door for traps, and it doesn't seem like there's any traps to speak of.
Then I will pick the lock with my thieves' tools.
Whip out your thieves' tools.
So you roll.
19.
Very quick and effortlessly, you unlock the door and swing it open and find yourselves in what appears to be a library of sorts, with almost all of the books emptied out, unfortunately, and more of those like white dressings over the assorted cupboards to make sure not too much dust is scattered up.
There we go.
Perception check in here to see if we see anything.
Please, perception or investigation, whichever is higher.
Investigation.
Give me the
Then.
roll.
11.
You do not spot anything particularly interesting here. You see a book that was strewn out across the ground that could have been of use, but it looks like it's mostly just an empty textbook. Most of the writing has worn out over time. Same with you, Caleb. Books! Who needs books?
Knowledge. Books.
Can Cog do a roll?
He will! What he considers to be
Covers-
useful
Guessing
may
I'm with
be
the other
a
group.
different story.
Okay. Okay.
1-8.
I think I'm done doing this.
I see something through the window over here. Some
The
very.
still doesn't work,
It
so
looks
I'll
like
figure
there's
that later.
almost a chest in this room up ahead. I believe that's what you call it.
Good to know. All right. Thank you, Cog.
He gives you a very awkward and robotic thumbs up. Soon you guys come
It's
outside
okay.
at this point to
I will
meet up.
fix them later.
Yep.
Alright.
You said something through the window, so
You
I guess
all
that's it.
meet up again?
Whoops.
All right,
Right,
I will.
let's get back in the order. So we had Paladin.
Did we show all the stuff that we gave?
Yeah, do you tell HR about what you found?
Yeah. I'll basically show them the little rune thing. I found this in the fireplace on this side. We're not sure what it is, but seems to be a part of something else. Ah, somebody stepped on me.
Alright.
Okay.
And it belonged to a old house known as House Fidalis. And Marius, you know House Fidalis is supposedly no more. Like, there's no members of it either in the city or in all of Eberron.
Oh, I know what I did wrong.
Okay.
Guess we move into the next area.
Where do you go?
Okay, so
Is
the-
there any doors in this area? Like
Yes,
over
there's
There
a
we go.
door over here and a door over here.
So a door over here and a door over here.
Yes.
Before I do
This isn't a door here?
It is not, no.
Okay.
So the I
It's
guess-
mostly just a closet with assorted, like, bags of flour and milk.
Okay. So I'm going to check
these
this door.
doors?
They are not doors, no.
It's just a wall.
So this door.
Actually, yeah, that is a door. Sorry, it's really hard to tell what is and isn't a door here.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's two doors. right
Yeah, there is a door here and there's a door there. They're just tiny and the identical color of the floor. So it's... I pulled this off of Google.
Was
So-
this a door here as well then? And here?
Technically, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to check to see if this door is locked.
It is open. You swing it open.
I move in behind Marius just in
Oh, so
Mhm.
fun fact about both those rooms. We couldn't have entered them from this hallway.
You can
Okay.
now.
uh,
I'm saying the doors, we would have had to be in here first.
But
'cause
that's technically a
there.
door. That's such a weird place for a door, though. I'll go on about
Technically,
the map later.
that's a door, and technically that. might be
Technically that's a door,
and-
yeah. But
And there's a door there, and there's a door.
Gotta take liberties.
And anything with enough force can be a door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Take it from the
Exactly.
barbarian.
Okay, so that's a door.
Mm-hmm.
So we swing the door open. What do I see inside here? Any
You swing the
creatures?
door open and you see a rather uneventful looking kind of common room of sorts. There's a big grand piano sitting on top of a blue carpet, tons of like blue sofa chairs huddled around an old looking fire that is currently not lit, a beautiful green rug, a desk with 2 chairs beside it, and the chest that was pointed out earlier.
So you said that the fireplace is not lit. First thing I want to do is I want to go over to the fireplace and I just want to see, are there warm embers in it?
It is not. It is about as cold as it gets. Just nothing but cold ash left behind.
Okay.
I'm just going to investigate this chest.
6. It looks like a chest. It looks like it got money.
I'm going to open the chest.
All right, as you do so.
So I see him looking to open the chest. I'm gonna hide behind the fireplace.
Yeah, you just immediately go to hide behind the fireplace.
Take cover, everybody. I'm opening a chest.
Does a 19 hit?
I think so.
It
You
does.
realize that comes out of our pay, right? Like, ad game.
I opened a chest. I rolled. I got a 5. I rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me how much fucking damage I take.
Well, you only take
4.
4 points of damage. However, this chest begins to open up with a wide grin on its face, with rows
it's
of
a
teeth and a
mimic!
sticky tongue.
Yay!
And he bites onto you, which doesn't seem to do much as it has a hard time clamping onto your mighty body. However, you are grappled.
Okay.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
Please remember to click on your tokens before rolling for initiative.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
Everyone as in everyone, or everyone?
Yes, everyone.
Because I went into the stairwell.
Okay, give me just a minute.
You'll be able to hear what's going on. A lot of commotion going around.
Nice.
Good sir, would you do us a quality of changing the music?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
don't worry.
19. Yeah.
I forgot to click my token. Oh well.
You just roll again. Click on a token, roll again, and you could just change it.
1 sec. Just got roll for my bad guys.
Bad guys there. Aww.
Oh.
Piano rock mimics.
Wait,
So
bad
then
guys?
I will
There's
still be back here
multiple?
behind this.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I'm
oh
still
my
in the
gosh,
other room.
everything's a mimic. Cool.
You get a mimic. You get a mimic.
Everybody gets a mimic. I was so
Yes.
happy you guys ran into this. So happy. Is there anyone who still needs to roll for initiative?
Okay, can someone edit my thing? Every time I try to, it kicks me off.
What is your
You got it.
What was the
You
original?
got it.
Oh,
No,
21.
you got it. You rolled.
Yay. Good job.
Yeah.
So you're 21. Great.
Alright. Marjani. Alright, I think everyone's on there. Okay. Let's get cooking. Kanopi, as you head for the staircase, you, make me a perception check.
Fingers crossed now. One fingers crossed now.
I mean,
Fingers crossed.
yeah.
Oh.
You don't
I
hear
also need
a
to roll for
thing.
perception.
In fact, you are more than motivated to head up the stairs.
Jinx yourself, bro. You really jinxed yourself.
In fact,
If
I'm
it's
gonna
what I
make
was-
it so you're
hang
on the second
hang
floor.
If it's what I was hoping for, how is it a jinx?
Yep,
I
fair enough.
mean, that's true.
Elantra, on the other hand, you could hear this commotion going on in this room over here. You could just hear a, "Oh, it's a What do? And you start to hear
I'm
like
going to help my
extra
people.
creaking sounds. All right. 30 feet of movement will get you about here or here.
Okay,
Alrighty.
I'm in the doorway.
You open up the door and you see a chest just clamping onto Caleb's body as the piano to your left kind of begins to morph into this, like the evil piano in Mario 64 with teeth sticking out, a huge tongue slobbering across the ground as the rug begins to become sentient and float up in the air and kind of use its two side, whatever they're called, as like little punching bags, just seeing you approach the door.
Tassels.
What do you do?
Just a minute. Can I use Burning Hands to hurt the chest so it drops my friend?
He's currently inside of it, so unfortunately that would probably hit your friend as well. However, I am going to say a Burning Hands will hit both the chest and the rug from your angle.
Do it.
Do it.
Do
Okay.
it!
Okay.
Do it! Alright, I'll have to make some dex saves. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I'll have to make some dex saves.
Just 2 of them.
Alright, so the piano is going to fail, and the rug is going to succeed. As the rug kind of flies out of the way and gets its backside burnt, the piano clunk, 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 tries to waddle out of the way but gets the full brunt of the fire as it is lit ablaze, dealing 7 points of damage to the rug of smothering and a full 15 points of damage to the piano. But the piano is rather chunky, that's not enough to get him bloodied. But he's still left pretty charred, and some of the keys begin to melt in the process of your burning hands as you kind of blow your fingertips.
Nice.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? You have a bonus action.
Do I have anything in my explorer's kit to pry the chest open with?
It would take an action, and you're out of movement. Chest is all the way over there.
Can I have a bonus action?
I don't believe so. Not
You
as
have a bonus action, but do you have anything you can do as a bonus action?
Good question. I don't believe so, no. Unfortunately.
Oh.
Okay. My turn's over.
Alrighty. Chesty boy is gonna go.
I'm gonna get these damn things to work.
You still having trouble? Oh my
Look
god.
at it.
Alrighty. So the chest is going to continue to munch onto you, Caleb, and try to swallow you. And he gets advantage.
I will fix this.
Beauty thing.
Let me see.
Does a 13 hit?
Neither of those hits.
So it tries to clamp down onto you, but you raise your fist and try to pull it off before it does so. You don't quite get him off, but you manage to stop him from clamping down once more. Caleb, it's your turn. So since you're grappled, you do have disadvantage on attack rolls, but you can use your action to try and break free, which is a athletics check.
However, I'm going to use my... Can I use my bonus action while I'm grappled?
Yes, you can rage.
I'm going to use my bonus action to...
As you get even more slobber into this chest cavity.
And I'm going to make an athletics check
Why is it
with
not
advantage because I'm raging.
Absolutely. You
You missed
grab
again.
the chest, pull it open, and just strain it onto the ground and are no longer grappled. However, that was your action.
That was my one action. All right.
Yeah.
I just have the I have 2 actions. I do with my 4th level. So
2 actions.
No, you don't. That's 5th level. You get that.
That's 5th level,
That is my
and you have to
mistake.
make an
That is
attack
right.
roll first.
Right.
Yeah.
I can do nothing else. That's my turn.
Alrighty. No worries. Marshani, make me a perception check with advantage, because you're pretty close.
When I have Passive perception of 20. Wouldn't I be able to
Yeah,
hear?
you see Elantra coming through the door and having to resort to her burning hands, so something definitely is going on here.
Okay, so let me see. So 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing getting between her would be count as difficult terrain, right?
Yes, at this point.
Okay. And right here? Could I be able to get right here?
Yeah.
Or
As you
right
kind of
here, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to be snug between the piano and the rug? Be my guest. But you are standing right in front of a rug that is ready to tumble. He's just shadow boxing in the air.
Cool. All right, I will go ahead and use. Give me a second. Rug. Wait, I'm in somebody else's sit. What the fuck? Okay.
It's always a good sign.
Yeah, that's always good sign. Because I was wondering, it's like, when did I get Firebolt? It's just like, no.
I have fire spells.
Okay. I would use Guiding Bolt. First level.
You know that you are in melee range with something, so you'd have disadvantage on the attack roll,
Depending on who you're hitting.
Yeah, I was
even with
trying
who
to.
you're hitting.
I
Really?
was gonna try to hit
Yes.
that one, but yeah, I did not.
You
know
would
that.
miss anyways, so
Yeah.
you kind of take out one of your like purple darts again out of the stars, and you throw it at the piano, but he tries to catch it like a dog, but it goes overhead and hits the wall behind him. No, that is right, Michael. You're right about that. My apologies.
All right. Thing I need to keep a note. Then. Thank you. Yeah, that would be it.
Clunk, 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 clunk. The piano just hops over to you, and he is going to lean upwards and go in for a bite. That's a natural 1, so he goes in for a bite, but instead just like goes over too far and tips on his backside and is knocked prone.
Wonderful. Okay.
Mr. DeCaniff and Cog, all of this is going on.
I'm going to maneuver down here. My closest target is here, but he's got no one with him, so I'm going to attack this boyo here with my lightning launcher. It is a straight up throw. So
How would you describe your lightning launcher?
So basically, the gem in the center of his chest glows, and then a strike of lightning basically will shoot out of it at the enemy.
All right, you whip that out and
14 to hit.
firing at the mimic.
Yep, this one here.
That hits.
All right, I'm also going to use my extra d6 of lightning damage that I can get from that.
All right, go for it.
He does 15 lightning damage.
As he kind of like begins gargling spit from all of the lightning surging through its body.
Okay, and then Cog is going to move here.
Whips out his
And-
blades out of his arms.
And attack this boyo.
And he's gonna start chopping. And he now has the dual wielder feat, so he will not have any deficits. So 9 is going to miss, but a 17 is going to hit. And he will deal 7 points of slashing damage as he like sticks his blade into the rug, but it kind of slivers away before he can do a full like tear in half. It's like, this one is more annoying than expected. He is looking a bit rough though. Saint Boofer. I'll say you can see everything and hear everything that's going on at this point. There's so much commotion going on by this door.
Yeah. I'm going to. Let's see. How do I know how long that is? Square is 5 feet.
Oh, there is on the left-hand side. There is a snap to center thing. Like it looks like a circle with a ruler right beside it. Just click on that, and you can do this. So you're about 30 feet. Will get you about there.
Gotcha.
But that's about as far as you can go in there.
Does that get me close enough to hit the piano?
That does not, unfortunately.
Not quite. Okay.
But you can't quite squeeze through there.
So we'll get in,
moves
and
over
I'll get
here
in close
to
enough to just protect the teammates.
All right. That is, you're using the same square as Marshani if you do that.
Sorry.
No worries. Kind of
right.
squeeze in and kind of squeeze
Right over
beside.
there would be fine. So
Yeah, you could be here as well if you wanted to be. You'd still be
Okay,
in protection range of both of them. As you kind of squeeze alongside a launcher, you're kind of squished as this heavy, bulking man is trying to squeeze through you. You whip out your one shield, whip out your spiked shield, and you clobber them together. You're just ready to go. Do you want to attack as well?
Yeah.
faith is my shield.
Gonna bash this motherfucker?
I'm gonna bash
I'm
that
a
bitch.
squish.
Alrighty. Whip out your spiked shield. Yeah, make me an attack roll.
Bash that bitch.
Let's see.
Kia!
Ha-cha.
What would that be? Just
Ooh.
strength?
Oh, no, it would be a d20 plus your proficiency plus strength. So it would be an additional 2, so that would be 10, which still misses.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you try to bash at the rug, but it kind of slivers underneath it, kind of like the whiplash from Doom Eternal, and slivers back
Hey.
up.
You haven't used your Bardic Inspiration yet.
Oh, that's true.
Aha! I feel inspired.
Is a extra d6, correct?
Hang on.
Yep.
Double checking what it's at currently. Because I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an extra d6.
Okay.
It's next level it changes.
That
to.
hits! So as you kind of miss with it, Kenopi's words suddenly inspire you as you go in for an uppercut as it's on the ground and tear right into it. Dude, make me a damage roll.
Alright.
D6 plus strength. Which should just be a d6, I believe.
Yep.
You get a few like tiny little tears in there, but it's more like a bit of a scratch than anything substantial.
Yikes.
You're more of a
Mimics are
tank.
tricky bitches.
It's alright.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mimics are tricky bitches.
In fact, I'd say that even garnered the rug's attention. And he kind of slides up, and it's gonna try and wrap itself around you for a smother attack. Does a 17 hit? I don't
No.
believe so. That misses as it tries to smother around your shield, but you just like push it off before it can do so. It just slivers back ever so slightly. Kenopi, make
Push
me a
it, push it real good.
Kenopi, make me another perception check.
I just keep forgetting he's just on his own behind there.
Kenopi's just vibing.
Just to
like,
clarify,
whatever.
with my shield, I have a 21 AC.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he is. That's his
Wow.
specialty. That's why he misses attack rolls.
That's broken.
Kenopi, at this point, you
Hang on. You want broken? I know how to get it to 30. At level
Forge cleric.
5.
Yeah, Forge cleric.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Uh,
Kenopi, you hear some pretty major commotion going downstairs, and even what sounds like a bit of fighting and burning.
Burning, it burns, it burns.
They've got this.
Wow.
Hey, waddle away, waddle waddle. Elandra, you're up next.
Yeah.
Where's Kenopi?
Gonna check out upstairs a bit though.
Alrighty, so that will have to be on your next turn.
Wait 1 second. Cool. I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
On whom?
Remember, you're in melee combat right now, so it would be at disadvantage.
You would be at disadvantage, yes. And prone targets would automatically have disadvantage against ranged attacks anyways.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that's a melee attack with your spells, like Shocking Grasp or anything?
Good question. Doesn't seem like it, no.
No, I do not. But I might have some melee weapons.
Yeah, got a dagger or something?
Stab, stab.
Stabby, stabby.
Stab him!
Oh, I'm
What's the
supposed
matter?
to put the iffy in the core. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I did it for you, but yeah, go
You
ahead.
did. Okay. Is there anything in my explorer's pack that I can use?
You should have a dagger.
Yeah, you should
as
at
part
least
of your
have a
starting
dagger.
gear.
Dagger, but they suck.
I mean, yeah,
than
Explorer's
nothing.
Pack wouldn't have any better weapons.
Yeah.
Like, it has a torch, but it's not exactly... You could attempt to
Hammer.
use it as a weapon, but hammer's a D4 as well. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
And it's strength-based. Straight vibing, exactly. God, I'm so happy you guys got into this fight.
I'm just happy we got to fight something.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It's been so long.
Okay, fuck it.
I
I'm gonna do
know.
Firebolt.
Firebolts. At
Firebolt.
disadvantage, but that's alright. You got pretty hefty attack bonus. Who would you like to hit with the firebolt?
One of the creatures.
The chest, the piano, or the rug?
The piano.
Alrighty. You kind of look down on the ground and you try to chuck a firebolt at it. Alright, let's see. A 12.
Since the piano is already knocked prone,
A 12 still hits.
yeah.
Okay.
It deal 10 points of fire damage. It would have disadvantage because it's ranged weapon against a prone target, but it still hits. Begins the insides of it begin to light up on fire and singe a little bit more. It's not quite bloodied yet, but it is very close. The piano is not doing well. The chest, refusing to accept defeat, while going for another strike against Caleb.
Bring it.
Does a 14
Dude.
hit?
It hits. That's just. But unfortunately, do equals succeed or
Equals succeed. Yeah.
Equals succeeds.
equals succeed? Then
Yes.
it
Yeah.
succeeds.
You take 8 points of piercing damage, reduced to 4, as you are just clamped onto the chest once again, or just inside of this strange mimic, just covered in slobber and rage.
Am I grappled again?
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Motherfuck.
Caleb,
Well,
it's
we've
your
done
turn. You
this
could attempt to attack, but you would have disadvantage,
Unless you recklessly attack.
Unless
which
you
I believe
recklessly
can do
attack.
As a barbarian.
which you can't do as a barbarian. I'll tell you, he has advantage on attack rolls against you anyways, so he could use reckless to cancel out the disadvantage if you want to.
I unfortunately forgot to put reckless attack in here in my skills. Is there
That's-
anything else that I just need to do for an attack for it?
Nope, there's
just
nothing else
attack
you need
normal.
to do. You just
Okay,
choose to
then.
attack recklessly. Normally
I
you'd get hit
choose to
with
attack recklessly.
advantage, but you will hear anyways, as you just like, take your great axe and just angrily stab at its side.
Funny.
So, an 11 is unfortunately going to miss, however. You take the stuff on the left-hand side, we agreed on.
Okay.
Fortunately, just misses as you kind of like slam the chair, like the wood right next to it, and rip off a few wood chunks. Not quite hitting the chest.
Whoops.
That's all good.
Bending.
Hey, you're tanking the damage, man.
Yep.
Marjani, you're up next.
Question.
Yes.
Would a mimic count as a shapeshifter?
That's a
No.
good. It's shape changer.
A
Which-
shape changer.
It is
There's a
different.
difference between the changer and a.
Shifter. Shifter
And a
is like
shifter.
a physical manifestation, whereas changer there's like minor changes to it, like a transformer, for example.
Okay, so would it be a shape changer?
It would be a shape changer.
Cool. Then.
I'm not rolling that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's okay,
Yay,
but you got it
you
working.
got it
I
working.
got it! Woo!
I am so
That is
proud.
super cool.
Okay.
Power of GIFs. That's pretty dope.
Because I want to use this.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm not using that.
Yes.
On this one.
You pull out a nightly starry sky up above. I'm gonna get an image for this. One sec. And what is the range on that? 10
120.
feet.
Oh, it's 5
120.
feet. 120. No, that's the range. 5 feet
the
is like the
Radius.
A 5-foot
Right,
radius.
5 foot.
40
Right.
foot high cylinder centered on a point within range.
One
So
Holy
this
shit.
area right here would be
Yeah,
covered.
it is
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Tactical orbital laser firing.
As I'm gonna tell you though, unfortunately you have to angle it so it'll either hit the piano, but because if you angle it to hit both the piano
No.
and the rug, you could potentially hit
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I
Yourself.
would prefer,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say
just
put
the
it right
piano.
here.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
just the piano,
As
because I
you,
didn't want
from
to-
the starry sky, this moon begins to shine up and this holy radiant light pours down. And if I'm not mistaken, that's damage on their turn, or do they take it right away as well?
Let's see. When they start their turn, inside.
Yeah, they start
Uh,
their turn.
Yeah.
And it's basically covering these 4 squares all together then, right?
Yes. The radius that it's showing on the screen is what it covers.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so-
you're not showing the full thing. You're just showing a 5-foot square.
Yeah.
Because it snaps to a corner. So a 5-foot radius would start here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
Yeah,
snap to the
yeah.
corner
There's
here.
5 feet goes here as well. Even if it's like
It would be
lightly touching
here.
it. Yeah.
Here,
Mhm.
here, and here.
Yeah. Like even if it's like lightly touching it, I'm just saying that's what. Yeah. If he's in here, for example, he'd get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's.
I was just wondering because you only have it in the one 5-foot square.
Oh. Well, there's a radius
I think
surrounding it. That's.
Yeah, it's just like a representation.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's just
Okay.
a representation.
Yeah.
All right.
In fact, it's the piano's turn. He is going to get some holy radiant energy if he fails his Constitution saving throw.
He has disadvantage, by the way,
He does.
because of because of shape changer. Really good. So yeah.
He
he's gonna
fails.
that.
He's going to take the full 2d10 damage. Roll me that damage.
Big money. No,
No
whammy.
whammies.
12.
12 points of radiant damage. As parts of his whole, like legs and chunks of its body begin disintegrating away, and it is now finally bloodied. However, he is going to get up from his prone, basically flip to one side, and angrily looks at you, Marjani, and is going to attempt to consume you.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
That hits.
With my protection.
Oh, protection. Yeah, he does have disadvantage. Thank you
Yeah,
for
it has
reminding me.
disadvantage.
So that would be a 13.
No.
Does
Instead
a
of roll a
19
second
still hits?
Yeah,
Yes.
19 still hits. Yes.
So that is 13 points of piercing damage as you try to block it off with your shield, but the angle just doesn't work right, and you almost burn your hand in the moonbeam energy as the piano begins swallowing away Marshani as you take 13 piercing damage and are now
Okay.
restrained and basically halfway into its mouth, legs dangling up in the air.
I have to make. Hold on. Do I make a?
Oh, that's when you start your turn.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Good question, though. Thank you. Mr. DeCaniff, it's your turn.
Marius is going to, again, because Caleb's by himself and these guys look like they're handling these two okay. I'm going to attack the chest again with a lightning launcher.
Kamehameha!
A
Ooh,
20 hits
Zap! And that
or
deals
14 lightning damage.
a whopping 14 lightning damage.
13
As he
lightning
is
damage.
just jittering with electrical energy.
1 plus 9 is 10 plus 4
Oh,
is
I'm
14.
I'm sorry. I'm seeing the sneak. My bad. My
Yeah,
mistake.
he is
I'm
bloodied.
sorry.
However, the chest is made of metal. And metal is a great conductor for electricity.
Oh no!
Caleb, you take half of that lightning damage. Specifically the lightning damage. You take 6 points of lightning damage. As you are just jittering from the inside.
Ow! Marius!
And is there anything else you'd like to do?
He takes half damage from that, doesn't he? Because of his rage.
Yeah. The rage is only against physical damage. Unless
Not
wait,
as a bear totem.
you're a bear totem, that's right, so you only take 3 lightning damage. Thank you
Yay.
for reminding me.
So yes.
And then Cog will now attack the rug.
Shing! I lost my character sheet again. There it is.
Bear.
Both attacks hit. Not quite enough to take it down, but he's just tears into it, rips up both ways, and leaving like nothing but a strip behind, but it's still waving around ever so slightly, and is now
So
bloody.
it's hanging on to life by a thread.
Funny.
You fucking beat me to it. And Cog gives you a thumbs up, and it is now
That one hurts.
Saint Buffer's turn.
Alrighty. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run over to the barbarian who is getting all stuck up on the chest here.
You will get an attack of opportunity if you move in that
Yeah.
direction.
Do it.
Do it. All right, here it comes. That's a natural one as the bed comes to try and smother you, and instead slips and falls
Just
into
rush
the
it.
radiant energy. All right, Saint Buffer, you're up.
I'm sorry, did you say the bed?
No, the carpet.
Right.
Sorry, the carpet.
And then I'm going to. Oh. We'll use Thunderous Smite on the chest here.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
+2, 13.
13 just hits. Now, what does Thunderous Smite do again?
It will.
Roll the
Weapon
Deals
rings
it
with
additional
thunder that is audible within 300
Okay.
feet of you.
Well,
Attack
thankfully,
deals
it,
2d6.
it's not lightning. Otherwise, Caleb will have taken some more damage. But
There you go.
it's solely thunder, so you smack it and this extra wave emanates through it and breaks off more of its pieces. Go ahead and roll me that extra Thunderous Smite damage.
Okie dokie.
And roll me a d6 for the shield damage.
Oh, yep.
As you smack it and this thunderous energy blows a bit of energy from it. Caleb, roll me a d20.
Busky. 14.
Oh, you must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet. The chest.
The chest, yes. Oh, okay, yes, thank you. That's good to know. That is going to fail. As he is knocked back 10 feet in this direction, and Caleb is now set free. As his chest is just strung against the wall. And is that it for your turn, sir?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. The carpet, starting its turn inside of the moonbeam, doesn't
Okay.
have much in the way of a con save. But it succeeds! So
Yes, it
roll
does.
2d10 damage, Marjani. Five points of damage.
Ouch.
That's half of
Two.
that is 2. That's not enough. Only like the threads of it begin to disintegrate away. As he looks at you, the meaty paladin, and tries to smother himself around you once more. That's a 15. He's gonna miss. He latches out at you, and you can't push him away at just the right moment. Since it is a it is going to sliver over here. And Kenobi, you are straight vibing. Make me an
If
investigation check.
it slithered over there, wouldn't Marjani have an opportunity?
Ah,
attack?
yeah, Marshani, make
Yeah.
an attack of opportunity.
At disadvantage though, because she's grappled, right?
Yes.
I was kind of worried. I was kind of wondering if I could actually do an attack of opportunity. That's why I didn't really say anything. But yeah, 21. Oh wait, no, have to do. Give me a
How
second.
would you?
Hold on.
No.
Let me see. Is disadvantage?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
no, it
17
still
still
works.
hits.
how do you
Still
want to do
works.
this?
Basically, as he's trying to run away, I'm still grappled by the piano, which I kind of flavored up, just stuck inside its mouth keys.
Yep.
And I'm just seeing this, and I just see this thing just running after, and say, nope, bah! And it's gone.
And you just kind of smack it, and it just withers on the ground, and all of its energy seems to lose itself. Kenobi, make me an investigation check as you're upstairs, just vibing.
Nope, he's gonna get eaten by the bed.
As you kind of search through all the bedrooms, and you don't find anything particularly useful until you head into a bedroom and you see in a glass display case a beautiful golden vase encrusted in all sorts of emeralds, gems, and diamonds that's kind of sealed away in a case and not really wrapped up or covered.
Identify.
Ark, make me a history or arcana check.
Identify.
Ah, yes.
The spell takes like an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No,
takes a
it takes a
It's a
minute.
minute.
So, we will have to get back to you on that.
Yep,
Yeah.
see you in 10 rounds.
See you in 10 rounds. Elandra.
Let's see.
Elandra.
Cool.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
How many times can I use cantrips in a day?
As
As
much
many
as
as
you
you
Much
want.
as you want.
Infinite.
Yeah, if it's like a bonus action or action you're talking about, then it depends on the spell.
To infinity and beyond.
Correct.
Yes, cantrips are beautiful.
Actually, I have to hold on identify because it requires touch.
Mm.
Well,
Touch it. You know you want to.
to be continued.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Firebolt!
And who
At a
ya?
disadvantage.
Fair enough. Who you gonna hit?
Vienna.
Don't miss.
You'll hit Marjani if you do.
You got this.
Yeah, please don't. Yes, but no.
That's
I have-
not a natural one. So I'm gonna say that doesn't hit Marjani. Instead goes wide and kind of hits the side of the room. However, I am going to do this. Ooh. I need to look up something real quick.
What happened?
This side of the room begins to light up and
Ooh.
flame as the firebolt goes wide and hits the floor.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a great thing I have fire resistance.
Yeah, but you know what doesn't have fire
Wait,
resistance?
did it go past me?
No, Marshani, you're up after Caleb. Is that it for your turn, Landry?
I don't get a bonus action, do I?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. Well, can I move?
Yes, you can. You will get. Actually, no, you are grappled, so you can move without an attack of
Grappled?
opportunity. Now,
I'm
Marjani's grappled,
My
so
skin is.
No, I'm grappled.
Marjani
as
is
in
grappled, so
Yeah.
you're good to go. He is busy.
He is busy nomming on me, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm
can
not.
I move over here to try to put the fire out?
Yes, but you did already use your action and require an action to put the fire out.
We
move,
can
that's
start
about
the
it.
fire.
You can move, but that's about it. Okay.
Next turn of mine.
The chest. See some delicious new prey.
Good, I'm made of fire.
He's sick of Caleb's shit, so he's gonna try and munch onto you, Elandra.
Okay, I'm a fire ganassi. I literally have fire everywhere around me.
Nice.
Would it not deal some damage to it?
No,
You
because
take.
that's not part of the Ganassi part or Ganassi thing.
Yeah. You take. Does a 17 hit?
Hey, look.
Guys, I don't want to be that guy, but I have to go to bed because
Yeah.
I have to get up
Yep, no
Yeah,
worries.
actually,
at 6 a.m.
work
Well, I have to
tomorrow.
get at 4:30.
We're almost done.
4:30. God damn.
So, Elantra,
I
you
have to
are
get up at 6.
grappled as you take 11 points of piercing damage as the mimic begins to attempt
I
to
don't
swallow
get a
you.
save.
He gets an attack roll. No, you are automatically grappled on the first attack roll, but you can make a save on your following turn.
6.
Mr. Forson, you're up next. You are
Well,
free at
I'm
last.
free now. And finally, I shall take this revenge. I will take my revenge on this chest bitch who is attacking my friend. And because I'm still raging,
Yeah,
I
she was
gain
just
an-
like, put me
Put the
fire
fire out.
And because I am still raging, I have advantage on my attack without using my reckless attack.
Reckless.
Reckless.
That is going to miss.
Fuck.
You were just like,
I'm gonna do it
aha!
again.
And you, like, get the axe stuck behind you and just, like, bring it back to...
And I'm gonna try it again.
Do you have an extra attack?
No, I don't.
You do
No,
not.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I'm getting too excited.
Marshani, make
I
me a
want to
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Is Marjani unconscious?
No.
You take
No.
2d10 radiant damage.
No, I thought that was for concentration because it hit me. Moonbeam is a
Oh
concentration
yeah, that's a good point. However,
spell. Would you want me to make another one?
I'm
Are
going
you-
to roll a d20. 10 or higher, that roll is your concentration check and the spell drops. Lower than 10, not so lucky.
So roll
Did
another.
she already take damage? Because she has
She
to make a
did take damage. She
Constitution
has to
save.
make a Constitution saving throw.
15.
I forgot to state that. So I'm gonna say that's her Constitution saving throw. The moonbeam powers down, and thankfully you do not take radiant damage
Okay. Can I still make an attack?
at disadvantage, or you can attempt to break away.
Okay. Well, what is it to break away? Strength, right?
Athletics
It is
or
athletics.
Or
Yeah, and
acrobatics.
It's athletics.
Most times when it's to break a grapple, it's athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics.
I suck at both of those. Okay, I'll go with acrobatics.
All right. That is
Yeah.
not enough. You're still stuck inside the mouth of the beast as he clamps down once more.
Don't worry, Marjani. We'll save you.
You
I hope
got
so.
this, buddy. Actually, it is getting pretty late, so I'm gonna say we're going to
We're gonna
leave
have-
it there and carry on next week
That is
on
fair
Agents
enough.
of Change. It's getting
Yeah.
pretty late, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around as long as you can. Special thanks to our new guest. Let's give a round of applause.
To the new Tyler. Yeah.
new Tyler.
Welcome.
Hello.
You are fantastic.
I do
You're
have to go to bed now.
all
We
fantastic.
understand. So,
Yeah.
until next time, remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay nerdy, everybody.
Bye bye.